This episode of this episode of the We Like Shooting Show is brought to you by Gun Mag Warehouse, Swamp Fox Optics, TCRT Targets, Nutrient Survival, Black Rhino Concealment, Cloud Defensive, and a National Association for Gun Rights.
Welcome to We Like Shooting, episode 551. Our cast tonight is Jeremy Posderick from River's Edge Tactical in Valley City, Ohio. From the Washington area, we got Savage Winara in the house. John Patton from the Gun Collective has joined us. Nick Lynch in Montana holding it down. My name's Sean Heron. Welcome to the best gun podcast that you have ever heard with your own two ears. It's your mom's favorite.
Are you trying to call me fat, Sean? Like I'm over here holding the entire state of Montana down?
Yeah, because yes, your mass is indeed.
Damn, get wrecked.
Which is crazy because you look like you have AIDS.
Yeah, well, I was forged from the heart of a dying star.
Well, like most people with AIDS, his asshole is destroyed.
And was that star dying of AIDS? Because
where is the AIDS star in the galaxy?
It is now.
It's very tight.
The AIDS star?
Yes.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's only liquid that comes out of there.
Yeah, but
it's not getting like stretched out by giant snakes.
So there's no spaghettification of your shit coming out.
Oh no, 100% liquid.
At some point, Nick, the acid is going to destroy what's the word that I'm trying to think of?
Sphincter?
It's going to destroy your O-ring, is what I'm trying to say.
Be careful. You're going to blow out your O-ring. We're over here talking about AIDS and somebody in the chat's named Bruce.
There's also somebody in the chat named Aaron Krieger.
That's true.
Yeah.
I bet he's gay.
He's definitely all right. Before we get started, guys, I would like to do a toast. My dad died yesterday.
Hear, hear.
I have now joined Jeremy's club called the Dead Dad Club, and I just wanted to do a toast to my dad. I loved him. He's a great dude. I miss him.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, friends.
Cheers, homie.
All right. Thanks.
All right, enough of that gay shit. Let's get on with it.
Exactly. I wanted to get it out of the way early.
Jacking it.
Catch you too.
Aaron just cheersed. He's probably drinking.
He's like to your dad, who I killed.
He probably did, actually. Aaron with he Jewed him to death.
Oh God.
Oh man. All right. Enough of that. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Aaron said with AIDS. Gunmagwarehouse.com is a website where you can do a lot of things. I've spent a lot of time talking about magazines because, it's in their name. But Gun Mag Warehouse, they could even change their name to gunwarehouse.com because they sell everything. I noticed there's been a bunch of people trying to get the Garmin Zero C1 Pro Chrono. That thing is awesome. And that is available in stock at gunmagwarehouse.com right now.
Say what? Does Gun Mag Warehouse have a magazine that I'm looking for?
I don't know. What magazine are you looking for?
HK 53.
I don't know.
They probably got that.
Are you looking
for lots of
like
mags and shit though?
Yeah.
Huh?
So they got the Century Arms MKE HK 53 mag, 30 round steel for $44.99 in stock. They've got the HK 93 53 30 round magazine.
I bet they don't have AR mags.
I bet they do.
Why was that so loud?
So let's see. Do they have the L5 AWM that just came out from Lancer?
They might have it.
They do have it.
The Gen 2? Could.
Yeah. I think they.
Damn.
What'd you say, Jeremy?
I said Mike could. Yeah, they might could have it.
They might could have it. They do. They do.
Do they have Playboy?
I don't think so.
Well, you said they got magazines.
I think that's where you got him. They don't do that softcore shit. They only do hardcore shit.
So like
Yeah.
National Geographic,
Yeah, Hustler.
Mini Trucking Magazine.
I'm trying to think of porn mags. It's been so long.
Jugs.
Good housekeeping.
Good housekeeping.
There you go. The Sears catalog.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to. Good housekeeping. They've also got ammunition. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So they've got Federal
was not.
Champion 50 rounds for $14.99. Fiocchi 9mm, $12.99 for a box of 50. Magtech, $13.99 for a box of 50. Ammo Inc., $12.49 for a box of 50. So what I'm trying to say is they don't just have magazines. They have literally like everything you could want all over there. Gunmagwarehouse.com. You don't need a coupon code because they have the best prices every day. Go check them out and let them know that We Like Shooting sent you. I don't know if there's a place to do that. I doubt it.
We're just good. Just tell them.
Yeah,
Send a smoke signal.
Send them a letter in the mail. I think that their website is on, or I'm sorry, their address is on their website.
Cut the box open. Take your magazines out. Close it back up. Right. Return to sender /WLS sent me. Send
Yeah.
their box back.
Seems like a terrible idea. I'm 100% in.
I don't even know if that would work.
I doubt it. The mailman would be like, "Hey, are you fucking stupid?"
Are you fucking with me, bud?
Yeah. I don't know
Yes.
what's happening. Hey,
Indeed.
this is Gear Chat. This is a segment that has existed on this show forever, has never gone away, and will always exist. So, Nick, what is your Gear Chat today?
He's covered in dog.
Oh, I was like, what is happening? I couldn't see the dog's head.
He's definitely doing that, dog.
He unplugged the microphone. This is wonderful.
Nick is on the struggle bus. Right
Fucking professionals.
Very professional.
now. Hey, Nick, I'll come back to you. I will wait.
Okay, thank you.
I got a new thing that's not in the chat that I totally forgot about, but I don't have it with me.
Would you like to talk about it now or some other time?
I mean, I could tease it. It's a HK53 full auto trigger pack.
I was literally just going to be like, is it an HK?
It's a HK53 full auto trigger pack.
Oh, dude, that's sweet.
So now I just got to find a either a C93 or from Century or a was that Vector Arms V93?
Something
It'll
like
work.
that.
It'll work in either of those.
Is that like the man? Those are so fucking cool.
Zenith makes a Z33, or at least I think they're coming out with it, which would be fucking cool because that's like a pistol, but it'll be a machine gun, so I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I drove past Zenith one time. I was just like in the middle of fucking nowhere in Virginia, and I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking Zenith firearms. What the hell? It's like in this like beautiful scenic area full of like breweries and shit, and just a gun company.
So weird.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool as shit, though.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. A bunch of breweries and a gun company.
yeah. I was startled by it.
I'm still waiting for that fucking one. I think Nick brought it up a while back. It's that ZF56.
Mm-hmm.
I got some of those on back order.
Nice.
So dope.
Okay.
So, you got the trigger pack for the 53.
So I have a full auto trigger pack for a 53.
Damn.
Apparently, you can go to hkparts.net and just buy one.
Is this just one of the ones you modify and convert yourself
No, it's full auto.
already?
Yeah.
Wait, you could just buy one from HK Parts
The hkparts.net had them.
just for licensed or just
Did not ask for anything.
be right back going to hkparts.net.
They might have had a full auto trigger pack just there for like $400 too. For
Are they trying to go back to court? Didn't they go to court over some shit?
go?
I don't remember what they. Yeah, there you go. Stop outing us, Fed.
First of all, I fucking love HK Parts. That's
As
right.
far as I know, well, no, because modification needs to be done to the lower to make a full auto trigger pack fit in it. So
Okay.
I think just having one is fine, as long as it's
It's got there has to be something serialized in there for that to make any kind of sense legally.
Well, like you could buy a full auto M16 auto series. You're just not allowed to drill the third hole.
That is true. You can do Bayou Gun Runner is where I buy mine.
Hmm.
But we're licensed, right? Like,
But it doesn't matter. You're allowed to have the parts.
that is true.
You're
That
just
is
not
true.
allowed to drill a third hole and stick it in a gun.
And LaRosiere says that constructive intent doesn't actually exist.
It
If you have a
doesn't,
good
but
lawyer.
they will try and fucking run you dry of money, proving that it does.
100% yes. So
They don't give no fucks.
Yeah, none of this is considered advice. And Jeremy is an 0702. But not that that matters, just that he has that on his side. So HK
I have got an anime on my side.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll have to find it later because I want that. Lord, I see what you've done for others, and I want that for me.
That's good.
So yeah, that's exciting, Jeremy. I can't wait to see the videos of it. Did I talk about the plate carrier placards and the drama that I was having?
What?
Not really, no.
All right. So on plate carriers and bulletproof vests, as it were, colloquially, there's a concept of a placard. And normally on a lot of the plate carriers that you see, you're going to see like two clips on them. And a placard basically clips into those two clips that are about nipple height and then sits on the lower abdomen area of the plate carrier. And then on those placards, there you can have a bunch of different options. You can have admin pouches, you can have AR mags, you can have pistol mags, you can have danglers that dangle down below it and have room for activities and for you to store things. And I've been looking for a placard for a while. So I was talking to my father-in-law and he was giving me some advice on the placards. And what's nice about the placards is like if you change plate carriers or you're doing something different, you can literally just unclip them and then move it to a different plate carrier, move it to instead, not even a plate carrier, just some kind of chest rig. They give you a lot of ability to change things easily. So I was watching Thin Line Defense, a video that they did on the defense mechanism stuff. And defense mechanisms looks fantastic. It's kind of exactly what I want. They basically give you a blank placard that clips into your plate carrier. And then on that placard, you can install magazines in kind of whatever format that you want. And then they have a wrap that goes around it to kind of hold it all together. And it's all Velcro, hook and loop as well. So I went to Defense Mechanisms. I was like, yeah, I'll spend a couple $100 and I'll get the placard that I want. Well, they're like 8 to 11 weeks out on everything that you order. And I don't need it like 2-day prime shipping or anything, but that's kind of, it's excessive. And then what I want my placard for is because I run a bunch of different stuff. And I think that this is actually a reasonably common thing because clearly there's solutions out there for it. So some days I want to run AR mags and pistol mags. Some days I want to run AR-10 mags and pistol mags. Some days I want to run AK mags and pistol mags. Some days I want to run subgun mags and pistol mags. I want to be able to change it out on the fly and not have to have like 15 different pieces of gear. And again, Defense Mechanisms makes that stuff. Ace Tac Gear makes that stuff. Agilite makes that stuff. Spirit of Systems makes that stuff. But like of all those that I just mentioned, they're all out of stock. Shaw Concepts is another one that does it. Like they're fucking either out of stock or 8 to 11 week delivery. And it's like super frustrating. And maybe I'm just getting into the game really late and it's really popular right now, but I don't know that that's the case. Like a lot of the companies in the space do things like in the drops. So like the real hype beast stuff, they're like, we're going to drop like 11 placards. And if you're not there in the first 6 minutes, you're going to miss out. So I've been really frustrated with it. I've been tracking their websites for fucking weeks now. And like wait times have not gone down. Nothing is still in stock. Now, Nick, you've dealt with this a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I decided I wanted a chest rig about the time that COVID hit and everybody else decided that they wanted a chest rig.
Yep.
And it was a similar kind of thing. Like I really wanted one of the Spirit Systems chest rigs, and they sell each component individually. So it would be like this one part is in stock now, but everything else is sold out. And yeah, it was just a giant pain in the ass, and it really turned me off to the whole thing. And I ended up just kind of ignoring it for a while. And then one day I noticed that they were on Brownells, and was able to get all of the stuff from Brownells to put a kit together. But yeah, it's ridiculous, and like it's hard to tell when you're shopping for that stuff. It's hard to tell like exactly how it works or how it attaches or how it's set up, and sometimes it can be really hard to be like, okay, so there are 2 pouches here, but they're different, but I can't tell exactly what's different about them. And yeah, it's tough to navigate that stuff if you're not already kind of familiar with it.
These websites need like a configurator, like new cars and all that kind of stuff. That's what they need.
And honestly, they're all so fucking bad. They're just so bad. And you know, like I get
most
it.
of them, like a lot of those hype beast companies also have some kind of cool guy contract or something. That's how they stay in business. So
Yeah.
you as a consumer don't fucking matter to them.
100% that is the case. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they all have that sort of thing going. I don't know, man. The hype beast shit is annoying as fuck.
And they're not all like that, but
no, they're not. No,
they're all out of stock. Like I cannot buy. And dude, so I spent some time in quality tactical gear on Reddit, like going through like every single post that had placard, looking at all the companies like Gadsden Defense and fucking every single company. I've been on at least 24 companies' websites, and it's all kind of like the same shit. So I'm like, obviously, this is a very popular thing, without question, 100%. And
Fuck.
I'm glad for them. I think that's you okay, Jeremy?
No, I just thought I did have something to show today, but it's in my bedroom and like it's far away and my wife's sleeping. It's just
Just sneak in, you'll be fine. Hey, Jeremy,
you
gets back.
walk in and breathe like that.
Yeah. And she'd be like, stop masturbating in the bedroom. I told you. But yeah, anyway, it's really frustrating. And I just wondered if anyone else had experiences like that. I know Nick has. It's a really great, it's a really great system, but I feel like that whole part of the industry is just fucking weird.
Well, like there's also this culture around having that gear. And I think that's almost worse than like I don't think the brands are doing this. It's like sneakerheads, but for tactical gear.
It is.
Like you're not cool enough if you don't have the new jerk off edition in dick bag camo for some shit you're not gonna fucking run or you can't afford. You know what I mean? Oh, you didn't serve in buttfuck McGillicuddy's, this thing. You can't have that. You're not allowed to wear that. You know what I mean? Like it's like all this shit that you need permission for from people that don't know you and don't give a shit about you, but they want you to give them the authority over you.
No, like, it's just fucking bro vets that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just bro vets that fucking wish they hadn't gotten out or didn't want to be in anymore, but still want to fucking act like, well, I miss it. I wish I was. No, you don't. Otherwise, you would have fucking stayed in unless you got fucked up or something. And you can always go back. And there's other militaries to go to. Like, oh, I miss it. Go join the French Foreign Legion. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm fucking tired of it. Oh man, well, you're doing fucking. Well, dude, I've seen civilians out here take way better fucking training courses than I ever got. Like when you got fucking like former Delta guys and former SEALs like sharing their little tips of the trade, it's like, yeah, I know for a fact that guy killed a lot of people and he's out here running this fucking shit. And you're gonna be like, I was an infantry and fucking blah 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 blah. Yeah, you didn't do half the shit that guy did, and he's out here the one teaching the class. And this guy over here, this fucking dumpy little nerdy fucking fucking nerds with glasses looking motherfucker.
It's me.
You're right. And it's like he's taking like 20 of this dude's classes. That dude is probably a better door kicker without the actual real world experience. And to be fair, very few people actually kick fucking doors in.
Yeah, very few. But we're lucky enough to know some of the ones who actually did.
The Army, 25 soldiers in a support role for every infantry soldier. And that's infantry soldier in the army, not guys that actually deployed to Iraq and actually got to do some cool guy shit. That's a 25 to 1. In the Marines, it's 8 to 1.
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, there is a lot of that, but there's also like a lot of civilians that want this stuff too. Like, I mean, me being and Nick being the prime cases here. This is something that we see value in for whatever purpose we decide. Like, I think that the idea is fantastic. Yeah, it's just really tough to find, which it makes me wonder why is everyone sold out of stuff? Is it really that big of a segment of the market? Like,
I think they just don't produce enough product.
yeah, it's because it's not easy, right? Like, there is a huge amount of manual labor in every single one of those steps.
That's a question for Blue Alpha. I'm sure they're making somebody else's shit at this point.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. My biggest issue with tactical gear as a whole is just being a fat ass. It's hard to find gear that fits right.
100%.
Like, and I know there's a bunch of fat asses in the audience, and like, it's not easy. If finding a helmet was a pain in the ass. And this fucking Apple thing, I swear to God, it keeps putting a thumbs up bubble. But like, finding good gear as a big dude, like that's frustrating, man. And then on top of that, it's got to be like usable. And a lot of the stuff that fits a big dude is like fucking airsoft bullshit quality.
Yeah. I know that Josh from Black Diamond Guns and Gear, he just launched a website that's like kind of aimed towards that stuff specifically, fattac.com, fattac.com. So like, yeah, I think there's room for that because clearly that's like a thing that we have that we need. Like, I need that 100%. But yeah, so Angel sews like pretty much all day, every day for her work. And I was like, hey, I drew it all out, everything that I need specifically. And I was like, if I buy the material, will you help me design like my own placard system? And she's like, yeah. So basically, since I can't find the shit, I just ordered all the stuff off of Amazon and we're making it in Camerado. So like, best case scenario, I think it'll be cool to like make my own, but just in making my own. So far, all we've done is the flat placard. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different materials that you kind of have to measure and get all. Like, I get how much labor goes into it. I'm just surprised that some bigger company that makes textiles hasn't, or that works with textiles hasn't solved this problem yet. Because I mean, there's room out there.
Well, this sweatshop. You need a sweatshop.
Well, to be fair, there are companies that have solved this issue. They're just not on the bleeding edge of cool guy tech. Like, you got to figure, like, you're on the edge of this, whereas Big Army doesn't need that shit. They need basics, and they have that problem solved.
Fair. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd bring it up. I thought it was interesting. Savage, have you 3D printed any guns or stuff lately?
So here's where I start getting annoyed. Oh
boy.
I 3D printed this. It's supposed to be an adapter, and you put some magnets in these holes, and then you can put it onto your desk. Pop this onto your desk, and then stick your gun on the like this,
yeah,
like that. So that's how it's supposed to go. So I ordered these 15, the quote unquote 15 millimeter rare earth magnets from China, and there's the hole. It won't go in.
Shrinkage?
Yeah. So what I'm probably gonna have to do, I've got some more spools on the way. I'm probably gonna have to increase the size of this thing, probably like 2 or 3% for it to be able to fit. But it's just like annoying, either this magnet is out of spec or this thing is out of spec. Either way,
So for my Halo helmet that is right over there, It was the exact same thing. They're like, order these specific size magnets.
Yep.
So I order the specific size magnets, and then
Yep.
I measure the specific size channels in the helmet. And the helmet is exactly what it says they should be, but the magnets that I got are not even close to what they should be.
Yep.
Super frustrating. I went through the same thing.
That's okay. I'll get it fixed tomorrow.
So I put out a call on Twitter and I said, because Nick and I, a couple of years ago, we decided we wanted to print some Mac Daddies, which is basically the 3D printed Mac 11. And I kind of never really liked mine. Like, it was fine. It was cool for what it was. But I've seen some really cool ones. So I put out a call on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called these days, and was like, what's the newest, coolest version of the Mac Daddy? And the helpful dudes over there, they were like, either the Mac Daddy V2 or the DB9 Alloy. DB9 Alloy requires some different parts. So I just printed the Mac Daddy V2 and it's fucking cool. Let me switch so people can see here. There we go. Yeah. So this is the Mac Daddy V2. Looks way cooler than the V1 in my opinion. And just all around, it was a better process. But yeah, just like a braced Mac 11. Mine's a top charger, which isn't ideal, but still pretty cool. Got a Matador Arms grip on it, a SB Tactical brace on it. This is the War Dog K9 9mm suppressor, and an Aimpoint Comp M5, because why not? But yeah,
Hey,
like
Sean, that's neat.
it is. I really like it. Let's see.
Does that use an AR trigger?
It does. AR trigger, AR safety. It uses a Glock mag release piece of metal.
The amount of times these guys in the 3D printing community are able to like reiterate a different design, like, and just improve. That shit is amazing.
And dude, this one's so much better than the previous one I had. And then the DB9 Alloy is even cooler than that. I need to order some parts. Yeah. I need to order some parts for this one, but let me show it on screen for the people who are watching. And honestly, it's like very, very similar. It just kind of looks more like I don't know, like almost a Strybog. It's got some parts that you order, and I think they were like $40, something like that. But yeah, this version looks really, really good. I think that's probably the next one that I'm going to do, just because it's so good. And thanks to everyone on X that gave me some advice, because really, really cool options. But yeah, so I set this one to print Saturday before I left, and then Sunday it gave me a notification that it printed. Took 19 hours, 100% infill. It's like a big frame actually, and just did so well. So congrats to whoever created the Mac Daddy V2. I should probably know that. I got it at the catalog. Mac Daddy. I want to give him the credit they deserve. You know, this is one of the tough things about the community is finding. So Control Pew and FDMA 1776 did the original Mac Daddy. Okay. X Yeezy SZN is the one who did.
That was a terrible username.
It's good. Come Out in PLA said you guys need to use the Jabal 4535 if you want a printer that will last the longest. Is that a printer? Fuck is the Jabal 4535? Does anyone know?
Nope. Never heard of it.
Oh, it's carbon fiber. It's filament.
Carbon fiber. So you have to use special nozzles with carbon fiber filament, though, like hardened steel or something, because it'll wear a brass nozzle out.
Yeah, like diamond or something.
Yeah, some variation of that.
I haven't looked too much to see specifically what it is, but because I haven't printed with it yet. But yeah, I feel Come Out in PLA says it's a 40% carbon fiber by volume.
Yeah, you gotta get a different nozzle for that. Whatever.
I ended up shooting hundreds of rounds through my original Mac Daddy. and it did really well. Did you
Was
guys
that
see?
PLA?
This is this is a PLA mat from Bamboo Lab, and it's what I like to print all my Vin Diesel heads out of, and it just it looks
Which
sick.
are super fucking creepy.
Yes, they are.
What are we talking about?
My 3D printed gun here.
Oh.
Look at it, Jeremy.
Mm.
You like it? Does that turn you on?
He is such a fucking HK snob right now.
It's true.
Guys, did you see my machine gun?
I literally worked on a full. I had to unfuck my Mac 11 today. That was fun.
That's exactly what I've been working on. What I was just talking about.
How did you unfuck it? By taking your dick out of the receiver?
No, it so I converted a semi-auto to full auto, and where the sear comes up and catches the bolt to be open bolt, it barely made contact. So after using it for a couple of months, it rounded it over, and it would just run away. If you pulled it back and let it go, you had a runaway gun.
Sounds like a win.
Yeah, right. We call that a feature. Not so much when you're running it on the range for public consumption.
Have they considered not being pussies?
Yeah, it's just more of a safety issue.
I totally get it. I'm just kidding.
And so I had to take it in the back, and I got the welder out, and I actually built up the sear.
Shit.
And then reshaped it so it actually made full contact with the bolt. It's working better now.
It's nice to be able to do stuff like that, isn't it? Like I couldn't do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably could. I just don't know how.
Like you could even see it on the bolt, like where it was making contact, and there was probably like 1/8 of an inch above it that it still could have made contact. And it's not like the sear didn't have enough travel to drop completely out of the way to work. It was a pain in the ass.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
I posted a video on Instagram, and it was literally, so I took the Daniel Defense H9, and I also had a SIG X Macro comp with the Mischief machine frame and all kinds of stuff with it. And I was just filming stuff for the review of both of those items. And as I was going through the footage, I was like, oh, I've got like a pretty similar angle here. Let me look at the recoil impulse between them and just kind of see what I think. And I posted a video of them side by side. I said nothing. I just said, hey, what do you think? H9 versus a SIG X Macro comp. And then basically Instagram lost their minds. Like, I don't know what people think that I was actually trying to do. I just thought it was interesting to see the recoil impulse of one shot between both of those different guns. But like, I'm not trying to compare them at all. I just thought it was interesting to see like the dichotomy of both of those at the same time. And in this video, I think what I notice, I don't know if you guys notice the same thing that I do, but like to me, it looks like the recoil impulse of the H9 is actually a bit less than the X Macro comp. You agree?
It looks like the cyclic rate is way higher too.
Yeah,
Well,
it
that's
looks,
just because he's pulling the trigger faster.
it looks identical.
Well,
It's
it's a clip of one shot, but the
one
time
shot.
that it takes for the thing to get back into battery is way faster than the time for the X Macro.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
I
is
see what you're saying.
it's 60 frames a second. I took 5 frames from each cycle of the gun and just kind of put them next to each other. And again, like, I'm not trying to say that one is better than the other. I'm not trying to say it's a fair test. I'm not trying to say anything. I was just like, hey, look at these two separate guns and the recoil impulses of them. But everyone online decided that that was like the worst thing that anyone could ever possibly do.
What do you mean? What was in the comments?
Let's see.
Because when I think that's
grip.
going to go badly, I don't understand what the outcome could be.
Yeah, just honestly, people simping for the Daniel Defense, which
Dude,
I'm like,
the hype is fucking real with that gun.
It's so interesting, and which is hilarious because all the content you see out there is basically awful.
I mean, I told you what my review is going to say. I'm not going to spoil it, but those two recoil impulses look identical to me.
They look very similar.
Like if you look at that line, that dark line in the berm behind you and where that muzzle comes up to, it's about the same. Like the difference between the two is negligible. And I agree about the cyclic rate, but does that necessarily help? I don't know, because I've shot both and I don't notice it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not sure that it does. I just thought it was an interesting
Yeah.
thing.
It is. But yeah,
I think you would have had a better time had you given some context. But we all know the internet just loves to do what they do.
Here's the problem though. There's no context. I was not like saying one is better than the other. Like I declared nothing. I was just like, look at these two different things because this is interesting.
Right. But you're providing context by showing them side by, like if they were on two different screens, it would have been different mentally for people. But because you're putting them like right next to each other, people expect that to be a comparison of the two.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a comparison of the two.
It is, but like not as in one is better than the other, just as
right,
look at the cool thing
but like
that happened.
Our culture, the gun culture, loves this side by side. Look, this one is better than this one, or this one is, you know what I mean? Like that's what we all do. So to put something up without context, like they're just going to automatically fall into that, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. My favorite is all the comments about how awful my grip is. I disagree. I think my grip
looks fine.
Yeah. Also, handling the recoil impulse. Whenever you look at, you know this better than anyone, John.
Yes,
looking at slow motion footage of people shooting pistols, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, there is no such thing as a gun that shoots flat except the fucking Alien.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
I would like to see a checkmate with the 4-port on there.
All right, race guns not withstanding.
Honestly, I think it would be. So I will say that so far on the H9, I have shot 250 rounds through it. I had 0 issues. I didn't see any keyholing. I did have it not go into battery twice fully. So I'm keeping an eye on that. I will say that I don't love the way that it shoots, but so far it's been nothing but reliable. And
what's your thoughts on that trigger?
When I'm sitting at my desk, it's a terrible trigger. Like it's stupid and
terrible. Wow.
I mean, let me rephrase that. It's not a great trigger. I wouldn't say that it's terrible. But shooting it at the range, there was never a time when I was like, oh, I don't like this trigger.
It's not like shooting a SD9.
Correct. It was just like, yeah, this trigger's fine. I'm shooting. I don't feel like I'm being held back by the trigger. I will say this, that on March 4th, I ordered the Daniel Defense optics plate for the RMR. And that still is not here. So I can't put an optic on it because you have to order the optics plate after you buy the gun. And now it's been 21 days, 3 weeks, and still haven't even got a shipping notification. So that's fucking stupid, in my opinion.
That's bad.
Yeah. I get that you're doing it to save money, so you don't have to send out 5 different optics plate for 5 different cuts
and get them in stock.
Jesus. Yeah. Like I shouldn't pay $1,300 for a gun. By the way, thank you, Brownells. And then have to wait fucking weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks for the optics plate to put a red dot on the gun that I already bought. It's stupid.
So here's an issue that I ran into. I got my gun directly from them, and as far as I know, they don't have the other optic plates ready yet. So like I was like, hey, can I get Delta Point Pro instead of RMR? No.
Interesting.
No, you can't. Which is like that kind of stuff is not crazy uncommon with like launch guns and shit, but usually it's not like, it's like, oh yeah, give us a week, something like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
It's interesting, man. Very interesting. So anyway, yeah, the internet is full of experts. That was my reply to everyone who wanted to criticize my grip or whatever, is post your own since you're a master shooter, or shut the fuck up. That was my reply to every single one of them, including 4 Guys Guns.
What did Whitey say?
He was like talking about working out my forearms.
Yeah, dude, everybody in slow-mo looks like an awful fucking shooter. He should know that.
He does. He's just fucking with me. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And talk about Swamp Fox Optics. In Double Tap this week that we recorded just a little while ago, someone asked about the Sentinel 2 and a TLR 7A or a TLR 7 sub. So that's what I have on the 6 hour that I was just showing in that video is the Sentinel 2, which I really love. It is a big improvement over the Sentinel 1, and I really liked that optic. But this is the one that fits the RMSC cut, so it's a much smaller for, concealed carry handguns, compact handguns, things like that. Sentinel 2 is just a couple $100. If you use our coupon code WLS forever, that'll save you money. And again, that's WLS, the number forever. They've got this. They just released the Tomahawk 2. They've got the Liberator 2, the Justice, and the Liberty 2. So many new things coming out constantly. They were just down here at WLS HQ the other day, kind of showing me and just talking about all the new stuff that they have coming out. They've continued to take optics and red dots that were good and to make them even better. And just some of the things on this one is, so it's got a bigger housing, but also a bigger window, anti-glare on the back. It juts out over the slide to fit everything that they needed to do. It also has this front sight that you can screw in since it basically this rear sight, since it blocks your rear sight. And it is lower. It's basically made for suppressor height sights, which I don't have on this gun yet, but I think that's actually a really clever thing. Battery life of 50,000 hours. It's shake awake and just honestly has been absolutely outstanding. So again, swampfoxoptics.com, coupon code WLS, the number forever, will save you that money. Krista B said, have you compared it side by side with an H9, original H9? I have not, but Country Boy Guns here in Colorado Springs has one, and we are going to take it to the range and do a side by side comparison, breakdown, analysis of what the differences are between the original and the Daniel Defense version. So I'm pretty excited for that. Eric 479 said, it's not your fault. You have such soft hands. I say, fuck you.
You wanna see something ridiculous I bought?
100% yes. But you're going to have to be more than 1/4 of the bottom left of your screen.
Can I?
Not even.
Do you mind
like
if I do my gear chat first?
Oh shit! Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick. Jerry, save that real quick.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. So I've talked about this a few times. I know Aaron's talked about it. He's got one. Sean, I think you've got one of these. It's the Mantis X Blackbeard, or I guess the company's just called Mantis now. The Mantis Blackbeard.
Yes, sir.
So what it is a it's like a big red thing that replaces your bolt carrier and charging handle, and then it's got a big red magazine. And the thing that replaces your bolt carrier and charging handle is actually a laser with a little robotic arm at the back, or mechanical arm. And the magazine is actually a battery. So when you pull the trigger on your AR, the hammer comes forward, it hits the back of the robot arm thing, it shoots a laser down the barrel, and then the arm kicks the hammer back and resets it, and you get to do the whole thing again. It's basically magic, and it makes like a cool pew pew sound. It's nice and bright, so you can easily identify from the charging handle, and the dust cover won't close with it in there. So it's pretty easy to tell like that it's installed. I have had this thing for about 2 years now, and I know that because I got an email from the lady at Mantis, and she was like, hey, did you ever do a review on this? And I was like, yes, I've talked about it on the show quite a bit, but I can't actually tell you what shows. And I felt bad about that because I should have emailed her back and been like, hey, here are the episodes. Anyway, they did send me this. It was very nice of them. There's no like contract or anything like that. They were just like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, cool, yeah, I'll try it out. But I got to say, these things start at $219. They've got red lasers and green lasers and infrared lasers and stuff. There's a no laser version for $200. I'm not really sure why you would get that one personally.
They have an IR laser too.
Yeah, I just said that.
That's neat.
Welcome to the show, Jeremy.
That would probably work with my simulator.
Yeah, it should. I just got a membership at a range that has a very similar simulator, and I'm going to take it down there and try it out. But yeah, the red ones, 219. They go up from there. Honestly, this thing is amazing. I'm a huge fan of it. It lives in this little AR pistol like a lot of the time. The battery is frequently dead. Is probably my only complaint.
Dude, every time I go to use mine, the battery's dead.
Yeah. So that's
Is there
kind of
like
a bummer.
parasitic draw?
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. I've never like killed the battery using it. It's always like I play with the thing and I'm going around shooting stuff and dry firing for a long time and it's great. And then I come back a couple days later and the battery's dead.
Yeah, something is sucking down that battery.
Yeah, so like if I just pop the battery, remember to just pop the mag out when I'm done. Then it'll last longer.
Yeah,
but honestly, this thing is worth every penny. Like $219 is not like an insignificant amount of money. And I think that this is a very good way to spend that if you're not able to get to the range regularly, or you just want some way to be able to dry fire and play around at home. This is a really awesome tool for that. You can kind of sight it in. It's never, it's a laser, so it's never going to like follow your bullet trajectory. So it's not great for that kind of thing at distance. But inside your house, you can kind of adjust it to be about where your sights are. And yeah, I really like to use it for, when the dog drinks, it's like the loudest thing in the world. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
It's not that loud. It's not that loud.
So one thing that I like to do with it is Tyler's got a bunch of like stuffed animals and stuff on a bookshelf. And I will, in our bedroom,
They gonna die.
Yeah, I'll stand like in the doorway and have the gun at like low ready, and then I'll come up and shoot one of the stuffed animals in the face and come back down, and then I'll come back up and shoot one. So it's really awesome for stuff like that. Murdering your significant other's childhood toys.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, overall, I really like the thing. They've got a newer version out that has the accelerometers and stuff built into it, and you can connect it to your phone and do like the Mantis X thing with it, so it'll tell you about your movement and stuff. That one's I think $100 more, and then you can buy the batteries separately as an upgrade, but they're kind of expensive. I have not tried that system out. That wasn't available when I got this one. It seems pretty cool. They've come a long way from when I did that initial review of their very first product.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm a big fan of this thing. I dig it. My complaints and my disappointments with it are very small and outweighed by all of the positives, and just how fucking fun this is. Like, I took this to work a while back and was letting some guys play with it, and everybody was like just having a good time shooting stuff on the walls and stuff, Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool tool, and I definitely think it's a good buy. What's the range on that like? The range is as good. I mean, it's dark outside. I'm sure that I could hit anything on the property with it. I'm on 5 acres. Realistically, at that kind of range, like, I don't know how effective this would be as a training tool. Because like I said, it's not really going to follow your bullet's trajectory. And as far as like sighting it in goes, it's a little bit rough. So you can't get it like dialed in super tight, but you can get it pretty good at short distances.
I don't think that's the point of a tool like that. To me, it's more about like manual of arms and reps and things like that, rather than like exactly knowing where each round is going to hit. I think that's a different type of training.
Oh yeah, no, I fully agree. He just, when you ask what the range is on that, I assume you're wanting to try to hit stuff precisely at long distance. or further away. And yeah, like John said, I don't know that this is the best option for that.
The one with the Mantis X is really good and really useful, and you can use it with like laser app, I believe is the one where it'll like spot your shots. You set up your phone as a camera and it'll like help you spot your shots, but it's just so useful to do like force on force exercises, drills, and just to improve like everything else. It's probably one of the most valuable training tools that I have.
Oh, yeah, we did play laser tag with them, didn't we? And with the cert pistols.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And this allows you to like, you can carry your cert pistol on one side, or even, I don't know, dry fire mag and laser ammo. Like, there's so many options now.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I dig the thing. Definitely worth the money. And thank you for your patience with me, Elise, for not getting back to you for 2 years. Sorry about that.
Good job, Nick. No, they're awesome. And Mantis, God, what is their website?
It is mantisx.com.
Oh, you know what? You can get them at Brownells. Use coupon code WLS10 to save money.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Good stuff. We're going to do...
You want to see my ridiculous thing real quick?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I literally made a note to go back to Jeremy. What you got?
The fuck is that?
What in the hell are you
fucking denim frog top and tactical jeans?
So he's basically showing us.
It's a Method Endeavor's Marlboro combat denim.
Instead of like the combat shirts with camo and instead of what's the...
I gotta be honest, I kind of fucking love it. I gotta fucking love it. It's so ridiculous.
Like, there's the fucking jeans. They take fucking Cry knee pads.
Cry, yeah, that's what that comes.
Yeah, it's got Cry fucking knee pads. It's a frog top with denim sleeves and a wool collar.
Dude, the fucking sheep collar, like that's and look at the arm cuffs, dude. They're rolled back.
It's the best. What's the website?
This is so Canadian.
Method Endeavor. No, this is American as fuck, bro. Method
they don't have them in fat guy sizes.
Yeah, I had to get like the double XL and like 38. Then I had to email the guy and tell him to make it in a 40 waist. But yeah, I totally ordered that. I have it in my room. I just don't feel like going to get it right now.
Holy shit. That's pretty fucking epic. I gotta say. Every single size, everything is sold out. But
yeah, they came back in stock in December, and me and my buddy Marco, he texted me and he's like, "Bro, they're back in stock."
And you're like, "Here's."
And me and him both went and fucking ordered
$533.
I just got the pants yesterday,
Sean.
Last week.
Sean, if we can reach out to them and get fat guy sizes, you in?
Fuck yeah, man.
I'm in if they do a fucking fatty size.
The double XL fits me.
Yeah, but I got a fucking I'm built like a fucking marshmallow on legs, dude.
A potato.
I'm built like a pear on two chopsticks.
Yeah. Like I'm not proportional, but yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Dude, if they do that I was gonna say GunCon range day, but like that'd be too fucking hot.
It's so good. I love the Sherpa collar,
good, dude.
Yeah,
amazing. I fucking had that shit full screen.
If I even thought about it, I would have put it on before the fucking show. And I
Next week. Vince H, it's a Canadian tuxedo for operators. Yes.
I want that with either a leather or fucking denim plate carrier.
I have a leather plate carrier somewhere. It's part of my like cowboy shtick.
Oh yeah.
It's somewhere. I'll have to find it. It's fucking dope. Jockitch says in for triple fat size. Yeah. Listen, make these for fat people. We will maybe buy them, possibly.
Dude, I will look like the guy that like his whole social media shtick is that he wears old clothes and like walks around like he just left the bar and I don't know what to fucking call it, but he's
in like a fucking 20s zoot suit or some shit.
No. Like he's like a 1970s kind of redneck looking guy with a mustache and a cowboy hat. And anyway, that's what I would look like. Or the guy that says just fucking send it, bud.
Oh, the fucking guy that's always got like a fucking natty light in his hand and a cigarette.
Yes, that guy.
A
Yes.
big belly with a fucking cowboy hat. Yeah,
Exactly that guy.
yeah.
So good. All right. We got a couple things that we're going to do here in a minute, but before we do that, we're going to talk about TCRT targets. So, John, I've put a picture on the screen, and for our audio listeners, which is 98% of our listeners, can you tell me what you see?
Yes, I see 2 1x2 sticks, approximately 2 feet apart, and they're sort of in an H configuration with a T bar across the top. Okay, so this is a target stand. Most people have seen a target stand before. However, what's cool about this one is on the left side, Sean has a sort of shooting dummy thing from a different company just hanging up there. Then in the center, he's got a regular target, cardboard target. And then down low, he's got a self-healing style TCRT dick target.
Yep.
And then top right, he's got the coconuts hanging off there for no reason, looking semi-racist. I honestly, this whole setup is I've got one, so I have I've shot this. I can speak to it. This shit is so freaking easy to set up, like a whole like Christmas tree and all this. Like TCRT, they kind of figured out easy range setups.
Dude, so this is their range flex system. So I actually have 4 1x2s. I've got 3 that are the same size for both legs and the top tee, and then one that goes across the middle that I hang the ball sack from.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, the ball sack hanger.
And dude, it's like, it is so easy. I leave it in the target barn at the range. It's easy to throw in my truck. I could literally take it apart and just put it in a car. And then on the left, I've got a virtual VTACT. It's kind of like a rubber dummy, but weighs maybe like 1% of what that is. And then 3 of the TCRT targets. And then I take this to the range, and every single person who sees it is like, oh my God, what the hell is that? And I was like, yeah, exactly. And you can see, like, on this one, I was literally shooting. This is when I was shooting the H9 and the 6-hour X macro comp. I was just literally like, I've got, on the VTACT, I've got the head and the chest area. On the middle target, I've got a head and a chest area, like human analog target. And then basically 2 6-inch hangers and an 8-inch hanger at the bottom, which is for the nuts. And it's just so nice to be able to like shoot all these different things on the same target. And it's not like I'm holding people up at the line or anything. I literally walk out, I put it in the stands, and then I walk back. There's no preparation that I need to do that I can't do back at the line. And it's, in my opinion, it's one of the better target stands that I've ever used. TCR.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
So we tried to incorporate it into some drills that we were running. So we were doing like sort of shooting stages on the thing, and we had a whole bunch of targets, like an absolute like upside down Christmas tree set up, whole bunch of different stuff, and we had painted them different colors. And what we would do is right before the shooter would go, we'd be like only pink or left side, and like just having this huge menagerie of targets available was super and it wasn't a pain in the ass. That's the thing that turns people off of target systems, is it's always a pain in the ass to set up. And this is just like so freaking simple.
Yeah, just a box wrench is basically, if you have to collapse it. Like, I don't collapse mine. I literally take it to the range as it stands here. But if I had to break it down, it's like literally just one box wrench, collapse it, pull the sticks out, the cross member sticks out. And then literally when you go back to the range, just put the cross member sticks back in, adjust those 4 bolts, takes like 10 seconds, and you're good to go. I think that they're onto something here. This is not something that they even have like listed on their website, this configuration. This is just one that I came up with on my own. You can come up with all kinds of different ones with their range flex, because it really is flexible. So I think it's dope. I've been having a lot of fun with it. And tcrt.com, coupon code WLS10 will save you money. Now, I got a couple other updates here. Let's see. 2 real quick things. Oh, God. I'm not used to having to run everything.
What's with the 80s porn music?
Well, it's a very sexual segment.
No. It's not an 80s porn music unless there's a saxophone involved.
What's up with the worst audio I've ever heard in my life?
It was just like suddenly so bad.
Suddenly Seymour. Three real quick updates here. One, several years ago, I drunkenly said that if 5 people got We Like Shooting tattoos, that I would get a We Like Shooting tattoo. And I basically just tattoos it's almost like the tactical placard industry. It's like when you find an artist that you really like, they're always booked and they're really expensive. And I'm a cheap ass. So I was like, I had this like big vision for this like sleeve that I was going to do. And I would find an artist and then they would like move to another state and then find another artist and their books would be closed. And then I was like, it was just like this constant thing. And I kept talking myself out of the tattoo. So finally I was talking to Angel last week and I was like, you know what? I need to fulfill my obligation. Cause I said that if 5 people got a tattoo, I would get one. We're over 50 now. Over 50 people have WLS tattoos. And I finally said, fuck it. And so I went in and got a WLS tattoo on the inside of my bicep. It's Gino from Black Rhino Concealment. It says hashtag WLS is life. And it's his handwriting. It's the one that everyone has seen out there. So yeah, I finally have gotten a WLS tattoo, fulfilled my obligation. So you can all quit bitching at me in the comments of every single thing I've ever posted for the last few years. John, where's your Gun Collective tattoo?
I don't have one.
Why?
I'm non-committal. I don't know which logo to use.
One time you drunkenly told me that when I got a We Like Shooting tattoo that you would get a Gun Collective tattoo.
First of all, that didn't happen because I don't get drunk.
Fuck. You're right.
I'm like, when did I get drunk with you? That is like a once ever kind of thing.
Yeah, we've had plenty of opportunity. We just play video games generally.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I would get a TGC tattoo. I just don't know which logo.
I
Because
know.
the first one is like really, really thin, and I don't think it would.
You
hold
get
up.
all of them in order, but then like cross out the one before it, like old girlfriends' names.
Right.
There's only been 2 logos, really.
Oh, now you got time for a third.
Yeah. I've got the like third skin on right now because
Yeah.
Angel was like, he plays hockey. So what do you recommend? So we put that on. I get to take this off Wednesday. And then, yeah, it looks great. He did a great job. Royal Heart Inc. in Colorado. Brent Torgy was my artist. Yeah, he did a great job. Love it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, dude, literally today I was reading the listener surveys that came in over the weekend and like 2 of them mentioned my tattoo. So I have it now. Shut the fuck up. Which reminds me about the listener survey. I think we have 1 or 2 weeks left. We've got a bunch of huge prizes. I thought we were going to have 100 responses, and then I upped it to 200, then I upped it to 300, then I upped it to 400. Ordered all the 400 stickers for those. Now we're at like 820 responses. So keep filling out the survey. We appreciate it. Don't fill it out twice because we're going to filter all that out. I actually don't think I've had anyone fill it out twice, but welikeshooting.com/survey is where you can do that. We've got a Mitchell Defense rifle. We've got stuff from every single one of our advertisers coming out. And yeah, that runs for another week, maybe 2 weeks. I think the beginning of April is when that ends. So go check that out. John, this is going to come out Thursday morning. Tuesday, GunCon tickets come out.
That's right.
You think there'll be any left by Thursday?
I don't know. I mean, it would be awesome. Somebody is echoing, by the way. I think it would be incredible if there were no tickets left, but go check guncon.net and see if there are tickets left. And if there are, go buy one or a bunch so you can come join us at GunCon because it's going to be an awesome time again this year.
All right. So I'm a dude I go to guncon.net. I buy
Mhm.
my ticket for $50,
Yep.
which includes so many things. I'll talk
Yep.
about them as I go here.
Okay.
I wake up at 8 a.m. I hop in the shower. I get out of the shower at 8:30. I drive over to Brownells in Grinnell, Iowa. I get to GunCon. I go check in and get my I've got a little badge holder thing, right?
Yeah, so everybody's getting like I'm calling it a souvenir badge. We're having like custom badges made just for this year.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. That's
Yeah.
pretty
So
cool.
I get my badge. Do I get lunch with that $50?
See, you'll get a ticket for lunch. We're bringing in a bunch of food trucks for lunch, which is rad because
Okay,
you
so I
get
get my food ticket.
variety. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get your food ticket.
All right. And then I go inside. I go
Wait,
inside
you
Brownells.
missed something.
Fuck, what did I miss?
You get a GunCon T-shirt.
Are you shitting me right now?
Yeah,
You know,
no, I'm not shitting you. Sorry, I'm not shitting you.
Well, no, that's what the t-shirt's for, to wipe your ass.
Oh.
Thanks, Jeremy.
You know what's funny? I've actually never
He's like, now you're banned from GunCon.
No, I would never do that.
I've never
I'm
got
not the NSSF.
Yeah, like he's not Shot Joe. So I've got a t-shirt, I got my lunch tickets, I've got my souvenir badge holder,
And
I walk
giveaway tickets.
and giveaway tickets. Fuck. I walk in, I start looking at all the different 50 some companies, 50 plus companies that are going to be in there.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, we're going to be adding stuff and like at a certain point we're going to run out of room, but there are over 50 companies already involved. It's just like, I don't know exactly how many will be in the facility. We will probably cap it at some point.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get effing tight in there.
So I'm in there. I see a bunch of people. I see all these companies, all the companies that I love. I start to panic. I start to cry. Where do I go?
Into Sean's arms.
Yes, I will be there. Open arms. Do not touch me.
Just walking around like this. Don't touch. Yeah. Don't touch.
This
is my space bubble.
Exactly. This is my no square. Don't engage.
If you try to hug me, I'm going to break your ribs.
If you try to hug me, I'll come. Anyway,
that's not included in the price of GunCon.
No, that's for free. So I go around, I start looking at the companies. I take those giveaway tickets and the companies that I'm like, man, I really hope that I win this thing. I put them in a little can or container that'll be marked clearly at every booth for the ones that I hope that I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh wow, there's a seminar over there. What's a seminar that I could see?
So we've got a reloading seminar and an off-grid communications seminar this year. I think we have another one scheduled. I just don't remember what the hell it is right now. It doesn't matter. There's a couple educational seminars, and the reloading one is done by Frankfurt Arsenal. The comms one is done by someone new to the ecosystem who goes by Gridbase. I found him on social media, and he's got some really cool stuff. He's going to be talking about creating a plan and off-grid, on-grid, etc. It's really cool. I had him on my podcast.
Very awesome. And then I hear over a loudspeaker that the 2A panel is about to happen. So I go and I find a chair and I sit down and I watch this 2A panel, which has a couple people that are okay, like Guns and Gadgets and Eric Pratt from GOA and Diana Muller and oh my God, there's so many. I'm trying to.
You want me to name them? Is that what you're trying to goad me into?
Yes.
So 2A panel is Guns and Gadgets, Armed Scholar, Legally Armed America, Diana Muller, Eric Pratt, Adam Kraut, the triumphant return of Adam Kraut, and Travis White from FRAC.
There you go.
A lot of people are not going to know who FRAC is, but FRAC is Firearms Regulatory Accountability Coalition, and they are sort of the industry side attacking Washington, which is fucking awesome. So they're going to be a part of it. And that's just the 2A panel. Next Gen is a whole bunch of people, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but Mike is going to be on there. Technical advisor is going to be on there. Santi, Weapon Vault, and there's two more that I'm missing, and I feel like a dick, but whatever. It's in the promo images. And I have them on my phone, literally right next to me. Hold 2 seconds.
I'm like trying to find them. So yeah, that's the Next Gen panel, and we'll have those names here just momentarily. Jesus.
Next gen. Okay. Gamage is going to be there. Luke Cuenco from TFB TV. Mike from Tactical Considerations, Tactical Advisor, Tactical Santi, and Garrett from Weapon Vault. That's a super cool panel. And we may add people. So here's the thing, like every year, there's such a cool amount of people that show up. I just grab people and I'm like, hey, come be a part of this. Also, I pay all the people that are on stage so that it makes it easier for them. Like everybody that's a panelist gets paid, including the nonprofits that are up there, everybody, because I appreciate the hell out of these people. And then we've got the elite panel, and the people that are on the promo image is only part of it. So I'm on there, and this is really about like who's been doing it a long time. Some people have big audiences. You know, it's not about like audience size, just like, hey, we've been in this for a while. So I'm on there. Sean's on there. Kevin Dixie is on there. Mr. Guns and Gear is on there. Tactical Toolbox. VSO Curtis is on there. And Jared will probably jump on. I'll probably let anybody that wants to get on stage for that one jump on. That's going to be stacked. And these are spaced out throughout the day. So it's not like back to back to back. So you can't do anything else. Neo Mag is going to have like a little shooting range in their booth. And there are over 160 content creators they'll be there. I mean, Jayweth, who's in the comments right now, he will be there. It's going to be so freaking rad. So many good people coming together to make the community stronger. I mean, it doesn't get much better.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there all weekend. Come hang out, have fun. $50, best money you're gonna spend this year. Guncon.net. And those go live Tuesday, March 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if there's any left when this releases, go. If not, buy them on the second market.
Don't do that.
I'm going to scalp.
I will fucking cut you.
Yeah. Can you say which platforms will have live stream?
So we're definitely going to do TGC. The Gun Collective will have every live stream will be there. And what's kind of interesting is like, so the 2A stream will be streamed to a few different places. The next gen will be streamed to a couple different places. Like Jared's going to let me stream on his channel for the 2A panel. And I think Mike from Tactical Considerations is going to let us use his channel for that one, the next gen. And then Guns and Gear and probably some others for the elite. We'll probably stream it on FRN if Sean's cool with it.
Damn right.
And maybe Instagram, maybe Facebook. We're going to try and get it out there to as many people as we can, just cause.
Yeah, it's awesome. My favorite event of the year. Definitely go, come hang out, be part of the brotherhood, be part of GunCon.
Thanks, Sean.
It's fucking awesome. I can't wait. Well, I see Nick is here, which means that, oh, fuck.
It means that, oh, fuck. It's time for gunfights.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, it's time for gunfight.
Hey. What was going on earlier when Savage got really loud all of a sudden? I was taking a poo and I had my wireless earbud in still, and then all of a sudden it was just Savage yelling in my ear.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
I almost fell off the toilet.
I actually shit my pants even though I was on the toilet already.
Do you really take poos, or do you just kind of piss out of your asshole?
Yes.
America.
So, did you find your whiteboard, Jeremy?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, cool.
Shit. How do I get? I don't have a whiteboard. I have
a piece of paper and a Sharpie.
2 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna stall here for a moment. So, I'm gonna tell you guys a delightful story of how I shit my pants, but not in a way that you would expect.
In an order that might surprise you.
A couple weekends ago, I was out hanging out with my brother and I had to poo. So I ran into the woods to do so. Everything was going good. I found a good sheltered spot that was hidden. I dropped trowel, but when I bent over to do that, I jabbed myself in the eye with a tree branch. So I jerked back, like away from it instinctively, lost my footing, fell, and ended up shitting on the outside of my pants. So that was a first.
Shit,
I was like, I crapped my pants, but not what you're thinking. So I'm gonna go home.
How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
Yeah, it was a surprising situation for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks. I hate it.
yeah, so that's a thing that can happen. Anyway, Johnny P, you know how
Hey, yo.
gunfight.
So, yeah, I'll figure it out.
You know,
I have a Sharpie and a giant piece of cardboard. That'll work.
Perfection.
that'll work. So basically, what we're doing is instead of everybody taking a turn to say their bid, y'all are just gonna write them down and then show them to the camera at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Based on listener surveys, we need to describe the guns just a little bit more than we have been.
Okay. Well, you know what? The listeners,
Yeah. What do they know?
yeah.
Y'all
Well,
don't
it's
know
not like
shit
they
about
listen-
fuck.
Yeah, it's not like they listen to the show or anything.
God, losers.
Fucking losers. Call.
All right. So tonight I don't really have
Wow.
a theme.
Oh.
Well,
That's nice to know.
I sort of do. Basically what happened was Krista sent me a link and she was like, check out these guns. They're pretty cool, right? And I was like, yeah, those are pretty cool. Actually, I didn't respond immediately and I wasn't super chatty because I was in the middle of pulling a transmission out of a truck. But then like 2 days later when I remembered to like actually go look properly and I went back and looked, I was like, yeah, these are pretty cool. So sorry, Krista, that's my bad. I'm letting a lot of people down this episode.
Dude, I was like Mantis, Krista,
Yeah.
me.
So anyway, I went and looked and there were
Hey.
some cool ones. So I just chose a couple cool
Nick.
ones.
Are you really good at pulling trannies?
No, it didn't. I mean, like it worked out in the end, but I would not say I'm good at it. No, I just look for things that need to be unfastened, and then I unfasten them until it, falls out of the bottom of the car.
I figure you just buy him a drink and take him home.
Hey,
Well, I'm not gay like you.
Andrew Dice Derek over here. So I'm
Hey, I thought you was fucking him in the butthole. Hey.
Little
Check
Miss
it, Joe
Muppet.
went up the hill. Oh,
okay.
All right, so this
Little Miss
is
Muppet.
this is
Dad.
our first gun tonight.
Mm.
This is a Colt 1911 for the people at home. It's government sized.
Mm.
It's blued. It's like a matte bluing on most of the surfaces except for on the flats, which are polished. If you don't know what the flats are, look at a 1911 and look at the parts that are flat. Those are the flats. The flats are polished. All of the controls are gold. The grip screws are gold. It's got stag grips. They're actually elk shed grips with a gold Colt medallion set into them. It's engraved. And then it's got some gold inlay on the slide, but not like, I don't know. As far as these things go, I would not say that this is tasteless.
No,
I
like
it is flashy, but it's not super over the top.
It's like
and then-
wearing denim combat shirts and pants.
Sure.
Don't be fucking jealous.
Dude, this is the gun you need.
they could have wiped off the thumbprints on that
Yeah.
back area.
No, I'm gonna
And
run
then-
that with a wild bunch rig.
There you go.
Here at the back of the slide, it's got a an engraving that resembles the case head of a 38 Super. So you guys can probably guess from the gold and also the fact that it has a 38 Super case head engraved into it. This pistol is actually in 9mm Largo.
45
no.
gap.
This is a penny auction for a Colt 1911 38 Super. This was number 11 of 500.
Ooh.
This is the El Compadre limited edition. Yeah.
The E and the C are the Colt logo.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they?
I like this.
Are we guessing now? Is that what's happening?
So
This
we all
had
write it down and then
56
just play
bids.
at the same.
Oh my god, 56 bids.
Yep, 56 bids. So
All
I'll
right.
give you guys time to write down.
God, 50.
This is FUD lore right here. This is people with suspenders pulling out their silver dollars, getting ready to bid on this fucker.
Do you follow Gun Slaps on Instagram?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's like the Caballer's got 2 Kimbers on to getting double points on the Caballer's credit card. It's just like a fucking truck jumping a hill.
The cabellers.
The Caballer's got them Kimbers on sale. Fucking Dukes of Hazzard down at Dirt.
All right, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Way down south in the land of traders,
Let's see 'em.
rattlesnakes and alligators.
You're not gonna be able to see this. Hang on.
I can see it.
Okay.
Savage.
Put it close.
Savage
to the camera.
has 6,000. Jeremy has 1,500. Sean has 2,179. That's $2,179. And John has, is that 3,100?
3,800.
3,800.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Patton has 3,800.
Okay.
All right. So Mr. Patton here is the closest out of everybody.
What?
Yeah, he was only $827 off.
Okay.
So this sold for $4,627.
I knew it was gonna be stupid
Which is-
high.
I fucking hate boomers.
It is a fucking ugly gun. Like it's like a military surplus style 1911. Non-skeletonized curved trigger, just blah, a fucking blah 1911 with a bunch of, it's like a truck stop hooker with makeup on.
Whoa.
That's fair.
I think this is way classier than that.
No fucking way. That's trash.
I like it more than that, I will say.
Yeah.
She charges $4, not $2. That's how you know she's classy.
I'm not gonna like go out and buy. Well, I couldn't afford one of these, but even if I could, I wouldn't run out and buy one. However, as far as these like special edition, gold plated, whatever fancy guns go, this one's not bad in my opinion.
SK Guns, I don't know if you guys see their stuff ever, but like
Where do you
they
think
do
these are
special
from?
editions of 1911s from Colt that are way cooler than this.
This is SK.
Okay, they do more that is way cooler than this. This sucks.
Damn it.
Well, guess what, John? This one's also from SK.
So here's your problem. I cover
Holy
SK Guns all the
shit.
time on the news.
Perfect.
Damn it.
Okay.
All right, so this is the SK Customs Colt 1911, also 38 Super, Lady of Guadalupe, number 14 of 300. This had 46 bids. This is also a Colt. It says it commemorates a great cultural and religious significant date nearly 500 years ago. Yeah. So this one is also blued. It's all polished. It's got some like some roses and whatnot
Looks
engraved on the slide.
Looks like weed on the front.
Most people don't know this, but most people
looks
don't
like
know this, but it's
artichokes a
actually a
little bit.
felony to put your weed in there too. Yeah, so it's got some roses and stuff on the slide. The grips are a like swirly blue plastic, like the fake pearl, like the pearloid. There you go. It's blue pearloid.
There you go. That's a good description.
It's got a gold prancing colt on the inlay on the grip, and then it's got a bunch of gold bars all around. And then towards the back of the slide, it has either Jesus or an elderly woman. I'm not sure.
Post Malone.
engraved. I see a beard. I'm gonna say that's Jesus. If you know more about the Lady of Guadalupe, then that might mean something to you. Once again, the controls are gold. The grip screws are gold. Barrel bushing, all that good stuff is gold plated as well.
It's so shiny.
How many
It
bids
is
were there?
very shiny. This bad boy had 46 bids.
When is this a recent auction?
Yeah, these are all relatively recent.
Got it.
Man.
Some Vince H in the comments says these grips are mall nunchuck acrylic.
They are.
That's accurate.
Oh,
That's like
shit.
real accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think this one looks better than the last one.
It looks kind of like a bowling ball. Like,
Oh yeah, it does. I've got the bowling ball. Or I get the bowling ball vibe too.
yeah.
All right.
All right, you guys all ready?
Yep.
Let's see him. All right,
Oh.
Jonathan has 4,000. Let's see. Sean has 7,684. Savage has 3,500, and Jeremy is at 5,000 even.
On
So,
with it.
I got you, Sean. You can put that shit down.
You can fuck off.
So we got a pretty good spread here, but one of you was closer than the others. Jeremy had was $775 off. The final price was $5,775.
Jesus
I knew this was going to be higher.
Christ.
Yeah,
It was one of 300. That's the
Mhm.
issue. It's a more limited gun, and so SK Guns started doing a sort of like Mexican heritage thing,
Mhm.
and they've been running with that for a while. I don't know if this is like actually part of that, but like they've been on that train for a while.
Well,
And all
that
those
makes
guns are
sense
limited.
because Mexicans love gold, and
Yeah.
they love 38 Super, and they love
They're all-
1911s.
They're all drug lord guns.
Anyone who wears this has those really long fucking boot tips that come back and like stab you. in the back.
God, I want some of those. I want to
Exclusively
roll up.
mariachi music on the 8-track.
I
Fucking-
want to pull up and open my door and then kick my feet out and then reach into the back and drag out really awkwardly my boots and
Right.
set them on the ground and then slip my feet into them.
All right. So we had.
All right. Ready for the next one.
But-
Is this
oh
too
my
much
God.
description? Is this
I think this is good.
This
Yeah,
is
good level of description?
what, some
See,
kind of
this one looks
Spartan?
fucking rad.
All right, we're moving away from the Latino themes here, or Latina or Latin themes, to a Greek theme.
It's a Latinx. Nick, Latinx.
Sure. This one's Greek though. This is a penny auction also. SK Customs once again, of course. This is from their Gods of Olympus series. This is the Ares pistol from that series, and this is number 31 of 200. You had 39 bids. This one is actually a Smith & Wesson. It's not a Colt. They claim, you can't really see it in the photos, but they claim that their unique heat treating process, or their steel treating process, I don't know, has brought out a fiery tone exposed from the steel. And then it also has 24 karat gold inlay, of course. So this has, I think that's supposed to be flame on the slide. And it's got like a bunch of lines that make it look like it's cracked. And on the slide, it has a like a Greek helmet and shield and a sword engraved. Towards the back, it's got a vulture.
I thought it was a turkey.
I think it's a turkey vulture. So close enough.
Something there.
The grips have a Greek warrior that I'm assuming is supposed to be Ares, and then it's got like the Greek border like you see on pottery and stuff. And those are all, the detail is all in gold, and the grips themselves are black. And then once again, the controls, the extractor, all that stuff is gold plated as well. Yeah, and again, this one's a Smith & Wesson, not a Colt, so there are no ponies on this one.
Can we all agree to institute a fight on site policy for anyone who has one of these guns?
No.
They're
They
not
can
gonna
afford
shoot
better
them.
lawyers than I
I'm
can.
about to buy one just so I can flip it.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Are you guys still writing down, or are you good?
I'm
Oh,
good.
How many bids? Sorry.
39.
Was this a penny auction?
It was.
Okay. Sorry. I'm almost done. Okay. Got it. Ready.
All right, let's see them. Savage has 6,500. Sean has 3,120. I see Jeremy there with 6,000. And Patton has 4,500.
Man.
Yeah. So you guys were all shooting for the stars on this one.
Uh-oh.
I think we've had all, yeah. The lowest bid was the lowest bid we've had so far. So Sean, you were almost $1,000 off.
Fuck.
$990.82 off. In fact.
Wow.
This sold for $2,129.18. So this
All
is
because
the
it's a
cheapest
fucking
gun that we've
Smith &
got so
Wesson.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Arguably a better firearm.
Dude, that's what
mean,
I was thinking the whole time. Like, that's
Yeah.
a better gun.
Yep. So who won that one?
You
You
did, I
did,
think.
Sean.
Nice. You know what my number is? Because it was number 31 out of 200.
Hey, Sean, have I
I
told
got
you
you.
that I hate your face?
Do it. Do it, pussy.
All righty. Now,
Oh, boy.
we're on to another Colt here.
Oh my God.
This is number 1 of 200.
Wow.
It says
Yeah,
so on
it's
the
just-
back of the slide.
The photo is just of
Oh,
gun number
one of 200. Oh shit.
But this one is actually let's see here. This one is number 36 from the Olacran.
Yeah, that's the
Limited
Mexican
edition.
Heritage series. Olacran was the name of a general or some shit, I think. I had to learn all this.
This one is, like I said, a Colt 1911. It's once again the full size government model. It is once again in 38 Super. It says it's got a semi-polished stainless finish on the slide and frame flats, and then it has 24 karat gold controls and detail. This one features a scorpion motif. So it's got a bunch of scorpions and some, like, I don't think you would call that filigree because it's not a plant, I don't think, but like some scroll work or whatever that sort of resembles like a scorpion tail. The grips are a very light, like blonde wood.
Butcher block.
Yeah.
It looks like fucking pine.
It does kind of look like pine, yeah.
Yeah. I hope it's not, but
Exactly.
Or balsa wood.
it's got a once again got the prancing Colt inlay in it in gold. Yeah. This one had 38 bids. 39 bids, pardon me. 39 bids. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
I wait till I hear the number of bids before I write it down. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's see him. From Savage, I see 6,500. From Jeremy, I see 2,500. From Sean, I
Look,
see
John with his fucking
800.
box.
And then John Ricardo Patton had 3,000.
Ricardo.
Ooh, is. See, you have to send it on the side of the thing regardless. You gotta do it. So the grips it's a balsa wood, but we like it. It's a polish.
Lo sé.
All right, so Savage wins this one. He's
Hey!
$225 off. It sold for $2,275.
Fuck.
Wait a minute.
Savage had way.
I had
way, way, way
6,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm looking at the Jeremy column.
Yeah. Jeremy had 25.
Sorry, Jeremy had 2,500. So Jeremy was $225 off.
Damn it.
Which is
This one
actually
is not
one
as
we've had tonight.
nice.
These are all stupid guns.
You're
I
a
just-
stupid gun.
Get him. Fucking tell him.
Oh, fuck, another one. God damn it.
These are all
All right.
SK guns.
Though.
It's not
Yeah,
a
these are
theme,
all
but we have a theme.
SK. Honestly, I think this might be
This
my
is the-
favorite one so far.
Yeah,
I
this
agree.
one looks the
Nice.
best. For
yeah,
sure.
this one is all blued, and then where the other ones are all gold, this one has silver. This is the SK Customs Mexican War of Independence Morelos Colt 1911. Once again, 38 Super. This is number 46 out of 200. It looks like. This had 18 bids.
Ooh.
And then it's like I said, it's blued. It's got some nice scroll work on the slide, like the filigree. It's
How many
got,
were there again? 200?
200. Let me just 200 in this one.
What number was this
Um,
one? 30 something?
This one, it has 32 bids. And it is, or sorry, 18
had
bids.
19. Yeah,
Wrong
it
one.
was,
Goddamn, 18 bids, and this is number 46. Yeah, it's got two dudes shaking hands engraved on the side of the slide while a couple other dudes stand in the back and watch.
Yay.
It's got a bunch of silver accents on the controls and the barrel bushing, all that good stuff. The grips on this look like they are a white pearloid with a silver pony. Or
Dude,
colt.
this is going to go for less than those other ones because people are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
you're not wrong. Are we ready?
Ready?
Hold on. Just because you said that. Fuck.
Get your box going.
Don't listen to me, dude. I've lost all of them, I think, or except
No,
one.
you got one. You got
Oh,
one.
you got one, yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this? All right, Jeremy's got 1,800.
Fuck you, Jeremy.
Savage has 2,000. Sean has 1,846. And Guest has 3,000. Oh man. This is a close one. Guest was only $325 off. This is
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
$3,325.
How much?
3,325.
Wow.
Yeah. So that means we have a two-way tie between Jeremy, who loves men, according to John Patton. It's between Jeremy and Jonathan Lorenzo Santiago Patton.
See, that's what I'm talking about, you guys.
Ricardo Consuela.
No,
you buy. So give me just a second here to get to my tiebreaker.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, because you guys have a tie.
Well, I used up all the space writing Jeremy Loves Men on my box.
Oh, well,
Flip it over.
Fine. It's fine.
Flip it over. Yeah.
My
what
address is
you
on
do
the
with
other
your
side.
box is your business, John.
Nice.
Got him.
Fucking got him.
Okay. So let's see.
All right.
We
hold
got a
on.
tiebreaker. We got to break the tie.
All right.
Come on.
So this one is for Jeremy and Patton. It
Fucking
is.
ready.
I am
Fucking
presenting. but
Oh,
it's not
sorry.
showing.
That was my fault because I'm stupid.
Okay. Literally have one of those right there.
Oh, hey.
Wait. This way, right there.
This is a penny auction for a Smith & Wesson 460 XVR Performance Center with a 3.5-inch
Jesus.
barrel.
I have the 500.
32 bids. Unfluted cylinder, chrome teardrop hammer, chrome trigger with stop, and it says a PC tuned action. I don't know what a personal computer has to do with this thing, but it's got it apparently. Yeah, this is a big fucking gun with a very small barrel,
Small.
kind of like Jeremy.
Says the guy
All
in
right.
diapers.
You what?
Huh?
He says the guy in diapers.
Oh, I'm not wearing diapers.
Today,
He's raw dogging that shit.
Yeah.
I shit on the outside.
Yeah. I'll shit on this seat right now. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck you guys. I will shit on this couch.
Fuck your couch.
You can't stop me.
All right, are you guys ready?
Sit what? Yeah, sorry.
All right, let's see what are you doing, Sean?
I'm putting in my bid.
This is the tiebreaker between Jeremy and Patton.
We'll see.
All right, so Jeremy bids 1,400, Patton bids 2,500. We've got a nice spread there. And Patton, so you said you have one of these in 500.
Correct.
So you're pretty familiar with the pricing on these.
Hell no, I didn't pay for it.
Okay, I figured you would at least be.
I
remotely
want to
aware.
say they're about $2,000.
Okay.
It's like 1,800, I think, from the factory.
Well, you're wrong. I mean, maybe you're not. I don't know, but Jeremy bid 1,400. This sold for 1,425.
Holy shit!
Wow.
He was $25
He's
off.
like, I bought it.
Damn.
So Jeremy is our,
Good work, dude.
despite the snub nose joke earlier, Jeremy is our big wiener tonight.
I actually just sold an X frame and I assumed it had to be pretty close to that price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good work, dude.
Yeah, well done. I think, did we all get a point tonight at least? Or not a point. We all
I
get
didn't.
one.
No, I didn't get one.
For those listening, Jeremy just held up his whiteboard and it reads as follows: John's apostrophe included battered box for $1,400.
I thought we were playing it like what's that fucking Jeopardy?
Oh, the answer. Yeah.
What
yeah.
is?
John's battered box for 1,400.
Love it. All right. Very nice. Oh, porn music.
Oh yeah.
He's like
Tonight you can also play gunfights. All you have to do is sit in your apartment by yourself, write down the number, and no one will fucking see it. Tune in next week.
People play this while they're driving, so just take a dry erase marker and write it on your windshield as you're driving.
Especially right in front of you. Or on
It's
the
easy.
side window, so it looks like your car's for sale.
Anyone can do it. It's fine. Speaking of, we're doing this brain challenge with Nutrient Survival, where we basically eat their brain bars for 3 months.
Basically eat their brain.
Bars.
For 3 months, we did a blood test and a cognitive test at the beginning after 3 months of eating their brain food with tons of omega-3s. Omega-3s apparently support brain health. Anyway, as we do that, then at the end, we will also take a cognitive and a blood test and see if our markers and our cognitive ability have improved. I think it's interesting. So like with the Nutrient Survival food, we did 30 days of nothing but that and water and lived. And so far, don't feel like I'm going to die from the brain food, which is good. Savage, you still going strong?
Yeah, I'm mostly on the chocolate shake and the just got in the whole thing of bars, and
Nice.
they have the peanut butter ones, and I like the peanut butter ones. They're good.
Jeremy, you still going strong?
I guess.
What does that mean?
You fucking useless,
Dude, it's-
non-additive.
It's making me hate figs.
Dude,
Jeremy hates figs.
if I had to eat Fig Newtons every day for 3 months,
Like, I love Fig Newtons.
so do I.
I
But
fucking love Fig Newtons, but this is like eating a giant ass Fig Newton with no cake on the
every
outside
single day.
every day.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Like, take a whole package of Fig Newtons, take all the cake off, mash that shit together, and fucking just fucking down the gullet.
So is the base just figs?
Yeah, it's very figgy.
It's got cranberries.
You're
Like
figgy.
they're
I don't,
good.
I don't like the cranberry one.
They're good.
mean-
I eat them every day, but I'm definitely having some menu
Some burnout.
burnout. Yeah, it's just like doing the food for 30 days. Like it's hard to do something every day for 3 months, and like I miss about a day a week, I would say. But yeah, I'm definitely getting a little burnt out on it, but still doing it. Actually, I think we have about 2 weeks left, and then
I started drinking the coffee. Just
The coffee is awesome.
I got the coffee in.
yeah, I
it's,
love the
it's,
coffee.
it's all right. I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but it's no worse than any other coffee that I've had.
Yeah.
Fucking if you get sick of it, doctor it up, and you know.
So whether you're trying to get healthy, surviving the apocalypse, or just want to have a better brain, nutrientsurvival.com, coupon code WLS10 will save you money. We're running a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and skip a couple segments here and go directly to Savage Oneer and Going Ballistic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was
fuck-
totally unprepared for this.
My bad.
No,
I
I'm
should have
fine.
actually given you notification, but I figured all you had to do was move 7 lines down in the show notes.
Yeah. It was difficult for me.
I know. It'll be okay, buddy.
All right. Anywho, now most of the stories do come from the Pew Report, by the way, except for the middle one. So the first one coming up tonight, has anybody ever heard of like AP standards for if you're a reporter, you
Yeah.
abide by the AP standards. There's a style guide and everything like that. Well, back in 2022, in fact, the AP what the heck is it called here? It's called the style the style tip guide, basically, that they hand out to the press, and they say, okay, these are the correct terms. This is how you're supposed to refer to this as. This is the right way to put a comma, all that kind of shit. So in 2022, they issued a style tip for reporters in the United States that it says here, semi-automatic rifle, assault rifle, and assault weapon. The preferred term for a rifle that fires one bullet each time the trigger is pulled and automatically reloads for a subsequent shot is a semi-automatic rifle. An automatic rifle continuously fires if the trigger is depressed and until its ammunition is exhausted. Avoid assault rifle and assault weapon, which are highly politicized terms that generally refer to AR or AK style rifles designed for the civilian market, but convey little meaning about the actual function of the weapon. And then they say more details in the style book's weapons entry. And I don't know if anybody's been watching the news since 2022, but I don't think very many reporters have been abiding by this style guide.
No. No, because they're all dishonest, fraudulent hacks, and they are the enemy.
Exactly. So I think this is an excellent demonstration of when you try and control language, it's also a kind of like a form of mind control. If people and like the big lie. So if people hear a term enough times, it doesn't matter if it's wrong or right, they're going to believe it because they've just heard it so much. And so that's how assault rifle and assault weapon have been so ingrained in people's brains from all these news stories coming out and saying the wrong terminology because they have a political point of view that they are trying to influence people on. And this is a perfect example that I love that this came out. And it's like, yes, okay, this is a very distinct way that the people who are politically motivated and don't really care about being impartial or being true to fact. This is the anti-gun people being political and trying to shove their politics down the American people's throat under the guise of being unbiased reporters. And, it's getting called out. It's good. But I doubt that there's going to be any kind of repercussions, because the AP, they made a tweet say, hey, you're supposed to say this. And then that was pretty much it. And then there are maybe one or two reporters that are in, red states that actually know what the fuck they're talking about, that are referring to it correctly, but everybody else just keeps on going to do what they're going to do because that's who they are. They're the enemy.
Yeah. I mean, not even surprised. And yeah, clearly, I'm actually just surprised that the AP style guide even has something logical in it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I was
shocking
kind of
part to
surprised
me.
by that too.
It actually gives them a little bit of credibility, a little bit, not not a lot, but a little. It's like, hey, they put forth a little bit of effort to remain impartial. Not that I believe that they are. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm sure a lot of people here have heard the phrase that these kind of things only happen in the United States. Well, no, it's not true, actually. It's happened in a number of other countries. And as recently as today, 139 people were killed in a terrorist act. They were shot and they died in a theater that was burned down. So 139 people. The highest casualties, or the highest number of people dead in an American mass shooting was 55, I believe, and that was the Las Vegas shooting. So Russia had almost 3 times the amount of people killed in a mass shooting / firing, arson, than we have had. And Russia has some of the toughest gun control that a country can have, because obviously they don't want their citizens to have access to firearms, because that's how you get overturned by the citizenry, and it was claimed ISIS claimed responsibility for it, and then Putin immediately blamed Ukraine, which makes sense. It reminds me actually of a Lewis Black bit that he did about the Iraq War, where Dick Cheney was out shooting doves, and he shot his buddy. Kind of the same thing here. He was like, okay, I'm going to shoot Iran. I'm going to shoot Iran. I'm going to shoot Iran. No, I'm going to shoot Iraq. So it's the same thing. ISIS did this whole thing. They claimed responsibility, and he's going to blame it on blame it all on Ukraine.
Did you see their mugshots? The guys they caught.
Oh, I'm sure they are not doing well.
One dude looks like he's missing part of his ear.
No,
he was.
They cut his ear off and fed it to him.
Yeah. Do not be a terrorist in Russia, man.
Like they don't give a fuck about their own people. Like the last time hostages got held, they just nerve gassed everyone.
Everybody. It's crazy. They killed their own people and the terrorists just to kill the terrorists.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, I saw some clips of these guys shooting, and they had people piled in corners, and they were just dumping rounds into them, and
just like
not
New
great.
Zealand. Yeah, in New Zealand, the literally he walked into a room. There's a pile of people in the left and the right corner, and it was the exact same in this one. Like, man,
it was brutal.
If
Absolutely
we can learn
brutal.
something like that, that is definitely a thing to
Here you go.
drill into our head.
So I think we have a couple issues that come up with this particular instance. The American public, because of our relationship with Russia over the last 50 years, we tend to look at them a little bit as a third world country. So people will not see significance in this because they will write it off and say, oh, it's just Russia. Especially if the U.S. government somehow works to fund the narrative that this was a Ukrainian thing. If this gets looped into that war, this will not matter.
Yeah.
Except they're all very obviously Muslims.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of tough. Like to draw that line would be very difficult because they claim
it's Russia.
The American media, I mean, these fuckers don't give a shit.
And it's Russia. Whatever they
just disappear, like a black or LGBT whatever the fuck shooter. Those all just fucking peer.
Mm-hmm.
and
it's Russia.
The same thing will happen.
Russia controls their own media. Whatever they tell their people, that's what it'll be.
Another great point.
Yeah, that's very true there.
Yeah, this sucks, and it was awful. Like, that was atrocious.
So bad.
Yeah. But, again, it just goes to prove the point. It doesn't matter what kind of gun control you have. People who are willing to kill a bunch of people don't care what laws there are that they're breaking, because they're willing to kill a bunch of people and or be killed. That's the whole point of it. So if you're disarming your public in order to make them safe, you're just fucking them over and turning them into victims. And that's what we got to see here. So there you go, anti-gunners. Enjoy that.
Speaking of that,
I have a hard time believing there wasn't one secret police in there with a gun. Not one FSB member. Come on.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, you were saying, Patton?
I said, speaking of disarming the public, the next story is that for us.
Oh, yes. Thank you. That's a good lead in. So
it's like I do this for a living, Savage.
I know, right?
Yeah, but not well.
Hey, nobody said it had to be good.
You should be paid for this kind of thing. So our president and vice president are very heavily determined to enact any kind of gun control they can. So Kamala Harris, on the anniversary of the Parkland shooting, made sure to stand on the bodies to make sure that she could get her points across that we need to have red flag gun laws immediately. And I guess, I don't know who put this in. Maybe Sean put this in here, how Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, said here that the launch of the National Extremist Protection Order Resource Center, oh my God, I can't believe it's a center, will provide our partners across the country with valuable resources to keep firearms out of the hands of individuals who pose a threat to themselves or others. The establishment of the center is the latest example of the Justice Department's work to provide, or to use every tool provided by the landmark Bipartisan Safer Communities Act to protect communities from gun violence. Okay, so there's one problem. In Parkland, the FBI was aware that the shooter was going to commit the shooting a month in advance and did nothing about it. And why do we know this? Well, we know this because I believe 16 of the 17 families of people who were killed successfully sued the FBI for a total of $127.5 million for failing to act on the information they had. Now, the information they had was actionable. There was no need for any red flag laws because this person had made it clear when on their, however they, were made visible to the FBI that they were going to commit this shooting, and the FBI did nothing. And now we're going to have this center, this National Extremist Protection Order Resource Center that will also not act when someone is obviously going to do something bad, but they will act when people on the other side of the political line from them say, hey, I've got some cool guns, and shows them up on Instagram or something like that. Suddenly those will become a very dangerous domestic terrorist. And if anybody knows anything, extremist protection orders, they more or less go around due process. And it's a legalized form of swatting where anybody can call into this resource center, make a claim that this person is dangerous, whether they are or not. And this center will send law enforcement out to those people's location that were called out, and whether they're a danger or not, probably shoot them and or kill a family member or dog or whatever, because that's what the government does. Instead of safely apprehending somebody, like maybe, I don't know, while they're in their car driving to or from work, where it would be really easy to just pull them over. No, they're going to go in the break of dawn, 6 a.m., start shooting people, and then they go, I wonder why that happened. It's crazy.
Yeah, this was announced like hours after the omnibus bill was passed. They were just waiting. They were waiting for it, and literally, this is just gun control by another name. They're going to pumping money into states that are swinging. to take guns away from as many people as they can.
Yeah, they're nationalizing gun control. So the government's job is to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, but we have a political class that has decided that our tax dollars need to pay to fund their political motivations to do harm to us, which is really fucked up.
Yeah. It is, man.
We're paying to get shot.
Colorado update, because they are pushing real hard for everything in Colorado, trying to make it the next California. So here's what we kind of have going on right now, thanks to rmgo.org for putting together this list. We have assault weapons ban that they're working on passing, expanding gun-free zones, aka a Bruin response bill, require gun owner liability insurance coverage, increased requirements for concealed handgun permits, gun purchase tracking, the CBI Gestapo basically being able to raid and investigate FFLs at the drop of a hat, firearms on school grounds, safe storage vehicle requirement, guns 11% guns and ammo tax, and state permitting for gun shops instead, not just federal licensing and permitting, but also state permitting. So if you're in Colorado, like, get your people involved. I know it's a pain in the ass and I know it's fucking annoying. I really, really wish we could pass something where anytime any of these laws are challenged successfully in court and they're basically gotten rid of, that the sponsors and co-sponsors of the bills have to pay every penny of the legal action of the, like, just misusing taxpayer money
and personally also not using state funds to pay off losing the case, using their personal piggy bank, which they probably used insider tradings to inflate.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because if they're paying back the tax money, they're just doing it with other tax money.
Yeah, it needs to be personal. They need to go broke. Their children need to starve, like these kind of things. And obviously they're immediately impeached from office.
Dude, this shit is bad.
Dude, it's so bad.
I don't know what's going on. They're starting to push shit in Pennsylvania again. I don't remember what it is because I can't keep up, but they're doing, you know, it's the same old shit everywhere they possibly can. It's strip people of their rights forever and always because we want to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
It's fucking stressing me out, dude. Yeah, I mean, if all this goes through, like, conceivably, Colorado might be worse than California, which is insane because Colorado is red except for Fort Collins, Boulder, and Denver. It's, yeah.
Hey, are there any other states that have, like, I'm not aware of any, but are there any other states that have state-specific licensing for firearms retailers and manufacturers?
Yes.
Man.
Illinois.
Okay.
The FOID system is actually, I take that back because I don't know if that's specific to manufacturers and all that. I know it's a licensing thing for individuals, but I don't know what their status is.
Yeah.
I think it's just a weapons card. Like, you just need it to buy one.
Yeah.
I don't think they have like a state like an SFL.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like one of Colorado's bills is it's a Colorado FFL. So a CFL.
That's wild.
Dude, it's crazy. And like, not only federally licensed and inspected, but also now state permitted and inspected at will.
So where are you going to move to, Sean?
I don't know.
So, like, seriously, like, if you had to pick, where would you go?
I mean, I'm very interested in Tennessee, Texas, Idaho, Wyoming.
South Dakota is probably another good option.
South Dakota, yeah. Like, honestly, like, at some point it will become impossible to do my job here.
Yeah.
I mean, I offered you my in-law suite.
Right.
Yeah, but nobody wants to live in fucking Ohio.
Ohio's so sweet. Fuck you.
Ohio, listen, Southern Ohio is super nice. Northern Ohio is just the beach of the lake and poor people.
Like my requirements are good gun laws close to an airport.
Yeah, I got all that.
Not
Yeah.
crazy fucking requirements. Yeah, no, like honestly, I won't lie. I would consider moving to Ohio. Like,
It's really not that bad. I just like talking shit.
yeah. I mean,
Plow
Jeremy's
Guy Dave said Montana. So here's the problem with Montana. All the
Oh.
Californians moved to fucking Montana.
That's
That
true.
state that's on the trajectory that Colorado is on.
100.
They just don't know it yet.
Same with Idaho. Idaho has gotten a lot of rich California people that moved over there. Started
Any
these little,
state with mountains, all those fucks are moving to and ruining.
Thanks a lot, Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Outside of that stuff, there's also just the cost that like costs here have skyrocketed.
Yeah, because
and
of
wages
that,
don't
though,
keep
right?
up because it's because a lot of the people work remotely, so they're getting like city wages and
Sean,
they move out here, and then they
let's-
buy real estate at ridiculous prices that locals can't afford.
I mean, fuck the locals. That's
Yeah.
what they do. We need to consider whether or not it makes financial sense to buy a compound somewhere.
Right.
I'm not kidding. Like I've been like considering, what happens if some shit goes completely sideways here? Where do I go? And I go west.
You can come here, John.
I'm not coming to Ohio. I'll just skip right on past that one.
It's close.
It is, and there's a lot of great people in the gun industry in Ohio. A lot of them.
I love Jeremy's area. I say that easily. Like his area is awesome.
Yeah, like I don't actually hate Ohio. I just like making fun of it because it's easy.
Yeah.
But like if I was gonna go, the problem with Tennessee that I have is that it's soaking up all of the people like us.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you're not going to be able to buy substantial amounts of land.
So in Ohio, we started the I Hate Ohio thing so people wouldn't move here.
Dude, it's wonderful.
Actually, I just saw I was looking at property with some buddies. We found like 400 acres in southern Ohio. It was like $1 million for 400 acres.
How many acres?
400 acres.
That's not bad.
No. And
That's
it was like 380 acres of woods.
Mm-hmm.
I was
That's
like,
pretty cool.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna say what the key is for a good piece of land because fuck you guys. But
Right.
well, like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in a county that has like, I think the entire county has something like 50,000 people in it.
I mean, at a certain point, it's gonna become this issue of, well, I live out in the country, so fuck anybody that's trying to tell me what to do. I'm just gonna do what I do. And
Right.
you're just gonna have to fly under the radar.
Which is how they do it already anyway.
Yeah, there's parts east of Spokane that
Nobody gives a fuck
you-
about Washington.
well, no, but seriously, like there's some
Dude,
parts.
I was out in
parts
Kashmir last year.
East of Spokane is Idaho.
well, not east. Sorry, I meant west. West of Spokane, just a little. Well, about 20 miles.
Nobody
I
cares
would
about
not
Washington.
go there if you are a state employee. It is very clearly not friendly to anybody from the state.
Yeah. I hate that I even have to think about this. It just fucking annoys me, and all these politicians, like, fuck them. Yeah. All right. We'll keep moving before I get angry. Aaron's not here to yell at, so I'm not going to do anything. Cloud Defensive, a couple different things. This is the new MCH Micro for people. It's a chode version of the MCH. This is their brand new one. So literally like dual fuel capability, programmable tail cap. You can use the Therm pocket clip on it. You can buy that separately. I really like the Therm version. 3 different ND protectors, so you can have the button at different ride heights just in case you're activating it in your pocket or something like that. I've got mine programmed to full and then 10% on the second click. There's 5 different ones. They're pretty badass. Additionally, they're doing a garage sale right now. So if you're looking to save some money on some stuff, until supplies last, 25% off MCH and MCH duty lights, or select MCH and MCH duty lights. That's a really, really good freaking deal. You can get those at Brownells or clouddefensive.com. and definitely go check them out. If you get it from Brownells, WLS10 saves you money. And Jeremy, it is time to read some reviews. What you got?
Graham W, 5 stairs. That's it.
Oh, actually, that is it. Yeah.
5 stars from Nunya Business. Hopefully, I timed this review right in honor of Black History Month. I thought I would write a review comparing the cast of famous Black people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is
Oh,
great.
God.
Thank you, Nunya Business.
Sean is like Oprah, a rich fat windbag who likes to talk. Aaron is like Sammy Davis Jr. because shalom. Jeremy is like Chris Dorner for Minecraft reasons. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
I don't either.
Nick is like Tyra Banks because of the IBS.
Chris
And
Dormer was the cop that shot a bunch of other cops in California.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
and they
shit.
burned him in that cabin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then Savage is like Uncle Tom because he seems like the Uncle Tom equivalent for gun people.
They're not wrong.
I'm kind of mad about that one.
Whatever, you fucking commie.
Shut up, your house.
Moving on.
Jesus.
5 stars from Trucker Matt.
Oh,
I listen religiously on Spotify each week while I'm driving my truck routes, as my work schedule only allows me to attend the live shows when I'm on paternity leave. After 3 little tax breaks, I'm done popping out Rugrats. I love the banger between friends and Jeremy telling the other cast members he'll kill them, but if any of them are in a bind, he'd be the first one there to help. I always learn something new from each episode and often go back and reference old episodes. There's a lot to take away from the show, and it's not just about firearms. An avid reader, usually the likes of Tom Clancy, Vince Flynn, Mark Greaney, and Brad Thor, I've lately been into a lot of post-apocalyptic shit hit the fan books. Having finished the most recent books in the Home series by A. American and the Black Autumn series by Jason Ross and Jeff Kirkham, I'm in the middle of 1 second after, based on the fact that Jeremy makes mention of it often. Also, because of what Jeremy has said, I've started purchasing manuals on homesteading and army manuals on small unit tactics, defensive fortifications, and even improvised munitions. I wish I could rate this show higher than 5 stars, as I don't believe that 5 stars is enough for what I've taken away from We Like Shooting. My only complaint is that I wish the shows were longer, but I know most of you have lives outside of WLS. Keep up the great work, and I hope if I run into any of you when the end of the world as we know it happens, you think twice about shooting me right away. P.S. When my dad died unexpectedly this past May, I wasn't doing too great mentally, but having you guys to listen to each week helped a lot, so thank you. Oh, he kills
awesome.
your dad, Sean.
Must have. Very timely review there. Yeah, this show's not helping me, so I'm glad it helped you.
Yeah, right now the show is my life. So if anybody's hiring, let me know.
Somebody play Dust in the Wind. I want to see Sean cry like a bitch.
I won't cry.
Oh, about Arms of an Angel.
You're a fucking crier.
I won't cry. I'm not crying to those fucking.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
All right. So that is it for the reviews. Go to welikeshooting.com/dashboard. And in the chat, Josh reminded me of a story that I did skip earlier that I think we should talk about. We have a few minutes here. There was a dude in Little Rock. He had worked his way up to become the airport director. And the ATF was like, you know what? What if we killed you?
Good summary.
Must have been a day ending in Y.
Yeah. So there's a lot of details that are coming out on this story. So basically, apparently 6 of the guns he had sold, so he's unlicensed, not an FFL, had bought more than 150 firearms and resold many illegally without an FFL. Apparently 6 were found at crimes, and what he was doing was buying the guns at gun show or at FFLs, or ordering them, or doing all this stuff, and then going to gun shows and selling them to people, which I don't know, in Arkansas, like, you probably have private sales.
Yeah.
How could he be making a profit unless, like, they'd have to be pretty fucking dumb, because he'd have to buy it at, retail price and then up that at the gun show.
I mean, who said you have to make a profit?
The ATF. Literally, specifically in the business of buying and selling firearms.
Well,
and
they do
profit
not
is
define
part
what,
of it.
They do not define what in the business of means.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not defined anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's the issue here.
They basically were investigating this guy, and
aggressively investigating.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because this guy basically went to work every day. They knew what his schedule was. They were following him and tailing him and doing all that stuff. And then they decided at 6 a.m. to do a no-knock raid. He fired at the agents. The agents fired back, shot him in the head, and killed him. So, there's so many parts of this.
Dude, they could have easily just fucking arrested him at work or something.
Right.
Yep.
And this was a search warrant. There was no arrest warrant. There were no charges.
Or just called him.
This was a search warrant.
Jesus.
They could have literally done anything else. They chose violence. So,
I mean,
that's what they're going to do.
Fucking any of us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is one of the more, I don't know. It's just absolutely insane.
They don't care. They just want to kill people. That's really what it comes down to. There aren't that many ATF encounters where they don't shoot someone or something.
What is this guy's name?
The guy who got killed?
Yeah.
It is Brian Malinowski.
That is not an easy name to pronounce. I was going to do his name is Robert Paulson kind of thing, but it's not going to work.
Dude, so I'm just, how is this a thing that we allow in this country?
Well, we've completely given power to non-elected officials, and we as a nation are complacent and also complicit in all of this bullshit, and everyone is afraid to fire the first shot.
So he had been under active surveillance by the ATF since last December, when the ATF Little Rock field office received a tip after Canadian officials received a photo of firearms by a confidential informant. So according to the affidavit, he would buy firearms legally, filling out the purchase form saying that the weapons were for his own use. Then he would resell the newly purchased gun at gun shows without background checks.
Which we do not know if that was legal or not. Let's find out.
Yeah, I think that private sales are legal, and they should be legal everywhere. It's fucking Washington and Colorado that have their stupid bitch ass universal background checks.
We have handgun, you can purchase a long gun from person to person here in Pennsylvania, in the Commonwealth, but you have to go to an FFL for a handgun.
We don't have any of that bullshit.
So
it's mine, it's mine.
According to WeBuyGuns.com, private sales are not regulated in Arkansas, and sellers are not required to obtain a background check when transferring a firearm. So it was not illegal.
Correct.
What he was doing was not illegal.
So
they fucking killed a guy that wasn't breaking the law.
Oh, they murdered him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, this is not the first time. Fucking pieces of shit.
Dude.
And next we know, one of these motherfuckers is going to be put up for head of ATF. Just like the dickhead who burned people in fucking Waco.
Oh, there's already a guy who's in charge of the ATF now who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Dettelbach
is a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Do you see him? Do you see the creepy way he was holding his hands while the guy was tearing a Glock apart? Made me so uncomfortable just to watch him.
Exactly. So there's always more information, right? So the Affidoofit.
We have a show net title. The Affidoofit.
Let me figure out how to spell that.
Affidoofit. AFFIDOOFIT. Affidoofit.
The Affidoofit included a number of instances where Malinowski selling guns at gun shows, including January 27th, when ATF agents acting undercover bought guns from Malinowski at a GNS gun show in Conway, where, according to the affidavit, he had several tables set up with racks of pistols, AR-style firearms, assorted ammunition, and accessories. He told the agents that because he was a private seller, no paperwork is required to complete the sales. They purchased 2 firearms and magazines each for $1,300, and he told them that he would be at a gun show in Benton the following week. Breaking the law.
That's not illegal.
Well,
That's the
not.
problem. They won't fucking define it because they like killing people like this. This is the
you're
fucking
right.
problem.
You're
People have been talking. ATF does not define what in the business of selling firearms is. They do not define that, and that is the
Congress
fucking
Congress
problem.
did not define it.
No one has fucking defined.
Well, like I got customers that buy, they just buys a gun, shoots it for a little bit, says, fucking sells it, trades it, buys it, fucking buys another one because he thinks it's cool, shoots it, just wants to shoot it a couple of times, goes, yeah, that one's kind of cool, sells it off because he needs money. He's robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. And the cycle continues.
Yeah, but here's the case where there was no need for a no-knock raid at all, period.
Right.
Zero justification for it. They could have done everything without hurting anyone, and they specifically chose to do the method that would result in somebody getting killed.
yeah. Now, I know hundreds of people like Jeremy just described, but it's kind of hard to argue that he's not in the business of selling firearms when he is at a gun show with tables full of firearms that he's selling. Like,
right, but here's the problem. They don't define what that means. So we are going on assumptions. We do not. The ATF needs to be operating on law. This is the fucking problem. They are not the fucking jury. Like somebody said in the comments, they just said, oh, fuck a jury, we'll just kill the guy. That's the fucking problem we have here, is that we all understand that this looks like he was in the business of, like what we assume is in the business of, right? But this is the same kind of bullshit that got bump stocks banned because we are just blanket wiping things with a single brush and not defining them.
I'm going to one-up you, John, because I think it should be legal 100%. Because what does Bruin say? If it wasn't a law or, tradition at the founding, when it comes to firearms, then it should be presumed to be legal.
It's, what is it? Text and tradition? Something
text, tradition, and history.
Yeah.
There you go.
So not even that. Like when I was a kid, every table at the gun show was somebody selling part of their collection. Like there were very few dealers at gun shows when I was a kid. There was almost no dealers. Now you go to the gun show and it's 98% fucking dealers.
Sure.
They just take their store stock that they can't fucking sell to the fucking gun show and try and offload it.
Mark it up a little bit too.
Right. Like you used to get like gun show deals. Like, oh, these are the guns I couldn't sell in my shop. So I'm going to take them, knock them down $50, $100, get rid of them, get them off my books and fucking move on with my life.
Or
now,
if you're on the East Coast, you just charge the exact same fucking amount and, and never sell a gun. It's wonderful.
Same here.
Yeah. Same in Washington. Yep.
Because people are going to gun shows with money burning a hole in their pocket, looking to get something. And you're like, oh yeah, get a deal at the gun show. You're like, I remember I used to get up early with my dad, go to the gun show and look for deals. And now, like, why people are like, oh, you go to the gun show? I'm like, no, why the fuck? A, no, because I get shit wholesale. But B, like, fucking why? Like, there's no deals there anymore.
Yeah,
dude. Even as far back as like 2012, 2013, you used to be able to go get deals on especially ammo, powder, and primers.
Right.
You should be able to buy, get set up with all that shit.
Now, unless I want
stuff.
Yeah. Now, unless I want to hear a 3-hour spiel from a boomer selling a fucking chopped up Mosin, like I'm not fucking going.
Yeah. You leave Gary alone.
It's always
Gary.
Yep.
This whole thing's fucked. I think we, common sense among us adults is like, yeah, that looks like he's in the business of. But without that defined, this is the fucking problem that the ATF and all these law enforcement agencies have, is that we're operating in a gray area, right? And operating in a gray area is literally how people fucking die.
However,
Challenge me.
the government expected this. The government put this whole thing of murdering this man into action.
Yep.
With the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, because it defines engaged in the business of firearms dealing as anyone who devotes time, attention, and labor to dealing in firearms as a regular course of trade or business to predominantly earn a profit. So
When did this pass?
it was last year. Last year.
Jesus Christ.
So,
but again, we don't know that he was predominantly making a profit.
Yeah, it's still a very fucking
It's
gray
vague.
area kind of definite. Yeah, it's vague. Very yeah.
And what isn't there a term that's constitutionally vague or some shit like that?
Yep, constitutionally vague. And if that's the case, even if it's not the case, it should be rule of lenity, which is if it's not clear, then the courts should side on the side of the people.
Right, but this didn't even fucking go to court. That's why lenity doesn't fucking matter, because the ATF just executed a guy.
Yeah, basically.
Well, it's a shame that now it's been defined, because I did not know that.
They can't have him going to court and raising this shit all the way to the Supreme Court under Bruin.
Yes.
You got to kill his ass.
Well, I mean, exactly. Just fucking kill him. That's what they did.
Yeah, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act was setting the ATF up to be able to do these type of things. Period. They were planning this.
They could have just caught this guy walking into work one day.
Yep. That was always the option. They were surveilling him the whole time.
It was a search warrant.
Part of me wonders if this guy like had a conversation with somebody and pissed them off to a point. Like I know that these guys are well aware that everybody hates the fucking ATF, right? Like, what if we didn't know and he had a sign that said like "fuck the ATF" on his table? Or something like it. You see what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing. These guys would take that personally, and then they would escalate and do things and just handle it differently. We don't know. There's so much in that case that's not public knowledge. Yeah. I don't know, man. Something about this just doesn't fucking smell right. This is, there was a thing where, I don't know if it was ATF or just fucking police no-knock raided a guy and killed him in his fucking bed a couple years ago.
So, here's the question, right? Like, so there was no charges, so they weren't going to arrest him. They weren't busting his door down at 6 a.m. to arrest him. They were just serving a search warrant. What happened with, we know he leaves every morning at 9 a.m. What about 8:45? We knock on the door and show him the search warrant and execute the search warrant. Like, this is fucking asinine.
You could just be like parked out on the road with a big van that says ATF on it and be like, and when he comes out to his car, be like, "Sir, we need to talk to you for a minute. Come on over here. I got a search warrant."
No knock raid's got to end, man. And honestly, BCSA and this case here, they exist for the chilling effect. Without question. These stories are meant to basically cow all of us.
Well, and the news article's complete bullshit because they're like, oh, he bought more than 150 firearms and resold many illegally without a firearm dealer's license. Like, they're not even pointing out the fact that
it's legal.
That's not, what he was doing is a legal act.
Yeah. So anyway, not to end on a negative note, but that's where we are, because crazy, man. Absolutely fucking crazy. No knocks or straight up government killing without the consent of the jury. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Black Rhino Concealment makes holsters. They make so many of our holsters. And one of the cool things, one of the fun things, it's over there, but I told him I've got a Chiappa Rhino and it's a 5-inch barrel. And I've got these leather holsters that I have my Cowboy Action revolvers in. And I would like my Kydex battle belt holster for my Rhino to match those. So I photoshopped it up, sent it right over. They printed it and made the exact holster that I wanted with Safariland, QLS, everything. Awesome stuff. Long-time supporters of the show, blackrhinoconcealment.com. Coupon code WLS's life saves you money. John Patton, thank you very much for being with us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. Also, fuck the ATF.
And fuck Aaron.
Thanks for having us, John.
That's funny. Go to guncon.net and see if there's tickets left. Would love to have you there.
Yeah. And if you're not there, fucking lose our number.
If you're not there, then fuck you.
If you don't smoke Tarleton's, then fuck you. Someone's in their car right now with their kids, just like, God damn it.
Fuck your kids.
Join the National Association for Gun Rights and get involved in your local community, or else you're going to end up like me, living in Colorado and being their little cuck bitch. Tell your friends about the podcast. They would enjoy what I just said, and join our posse at welikeshooting.com/dashboard. Click on join the cult. Suicide prevention lines 1-800-273-8255. Always prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. We love you. Goodbye. Aaron, where's the credits?
In solitaire,
Other dumb shit. Affidoofit. That's the one right there.
That's gotta be it.
Fucking Doofit. That was gold.
So, here's the funny part: is my camera is in front of my screen, and the riser on the tripod was like blocking the word, and it blended to